The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Delete your Facebook, delete your Twitter account, delete your Snapchat, delete your Insta, delete your Facebook, delete your Tinder account, delete your Snapchat, delete your Instagram. Meet me in the woods and we'll talk like people used to do. And you can tell me what's new. You can say, what's up, my dude? Great weather, you just can't beat it. What have you been working on? Did you see what the president tweeted? Delete your Facebook, delete your Twitter account, delete your Snapchat, delete your Insta, delete your Facebook, delete your Tinder account, delete your Snapchat, delete your Instagram. Delete your Facebook, delete your Twitter account, delete your Snapchat, delete your Insta, delete your Facebook, delete your Tinder account, delete your Snapchat, delete your Instagram. Meet me in the woods and we'll talk like people used to do. And you can tell me what's new. You can say, what's up, my dude? Great weather, you just can't beat it. What have you been working on? Did you see what the president tweeted? Delete your Facebook, delete your Twitter account, delete your Snapchat, delete your Insta, delete your Facebook, delete your Tinder account, delete your Snapchat, delete your Instagram. Delete your Facebook, delete your Twitter account, delete your Snapchat, delete your Insta, delete your Facebook, delete your Tinder account, delete your Snapchat, delete your Insta.
Honey came in and she got me red-handed, creepy with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor. How could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me.
Oh, you forget the woman access to your villa. Trespass on a witness, all the clean on your pillar. You better watch your back before she turn into a killer. This will do the situation that you call the winner. To be a true player, you have to know how to play. If she say a night, convince her say a day. Never admit to a word where she say. And if she claim her, you tell her, baby, no way.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. But she caught me on the counter, saw me banging on the sofa. I even had her in the shower. She even got me on camera. She saw the marks on my shoulder. Heard the words that I told her. Heard the screams getting louder. She stayed until it was over.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Whoa, hey. Whoa, Beatles. That's the Sabs. 0344 499 1000. Half past. We talked on Friday about surrogate grandparents. We're going to talk to the couple I saw the tweet about. They're going to come on tonight at 10:30, so I'm really looking forward to that because I'm fascinated by it. But before that, I think for the next 23 minutes, come and have a go. Come and have a go. Yeah? You want some? Come and have a go. Everyone's having a little snipe, a little... Come and have a flipping go. 0344 499 1000. I'll take calls straight to air, Sam. You take it easy. Until 10:30, come and have a go. You can have a go at me. You can have a go at Catherine. You can have a go at Sam if you want. But either way, come and have a go. I bet you won't. Let's go to Sadiq. Good evening, Sadiq. Have you come to have a go?
Yeah, I want your phone number.
OK, haven't we been here before?
I really want it.
I know you do. What are you going to do with it?
I just like talking to you on WhatsApp. Video call, innit? I can video call you.
You want to do a video call?
Yeah.
Hey! You want to do a video call? Really?
Yeah, as a friend, I want to be...
you want to do a video call... Sorry? You want to do a video call as a friend?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean... Here's the thing, I don't quite understand, but you can talk to me here any time that you want. Any time you want.
WhatsApp. I like WhatsApp because I enjoy it. I like sending you photos of India, like countries I've been to, like Dubai.
Why do I want to see countries you've been to?
Now, you show me holidays where you've been to.
I'm going to show you my holidays. You want me to show you my holidays?
Like Indian food, I show you what kind of Indian food I like.
Here's the thing, right? I love Indian food, okay? And please, I love Indian food. But I flipping hate Indian sweets, man. Indian sweets. I'm saying it. I'm calling it out now. Indian sweets are the worst sweets in the world.
What's your mobile number then?
What?
You gonna give it to me or not?
What the hell are you talking about? You really want my mobile number?
Yes, please.
You really want my... I'm not giving it to you, man.
Why?
Because you could be a nut job.
I'm not. I'm your friend. I'm not a nut job. I'm a normal person.
I don't know if you are normal.
I watched your show. I'm a celebrity. I was a massive fan. I saw you on it. It was really good. And
I am really good, right? But I can't listen, dudes. In all honesty, I cannot give you my phone number because that would be unethical. It would be weird. You could be a Nigerian scam man.
How about Catherine's number then?
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you Cath's phone number. Hang on. Let me just find it.
You better not. You better not.
What? Why not?
Because I'm a married woman. And Sadiq sounds dangerous.
077.
Don't you dare.
Well, OK, she's told me not to.
How about yours, please, Iain? Don't be like that.
Sorry?
Give me your number, please.
No. I think you've got a call coming in, Sadiq. Oh, we lost Sadiq there. I didn't quite know what happened there. Hang on a minute. Where you going? Hello, Sadiq.
You alright?
Hey, Sadiq, how you doing, man?
Can I save your number then?
I guess you've got my... Hang on, has it come up on your WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you got my phone number then, Sadiq. Will you stop calling me now you've got my number?
Yes, thank you.
Oh. Careful what you wish for, guys.
Will you stop calling me now you've got my number? He hung up. I just WhatsApped him on my phone. I just WhatsApped him. He shut himself.
Good luck with that, mate.
I've got to send him some pictures of some holidays I've been on and Indian sweets. 0344 just give me my number. It's Monday, man. It's Monday. I'm high. 0344 499 1000. We're going to talk surrogate grandparents in about 20 minutes. In the meantime, come and have a go. Line 1, come and have a go.
Good evening, Iain and Catherine. It's Ken here from the sunny city of Newcastle.
From the world of fantasy, yes.
Go
on, have a go.
I'd like to have a go at the government, the education departments and the media.
Here we go. Beautiful. By the way, when I said have a go, you can have a go at anything you want. Me, Kath, the world, whatever you want. Have a go, Ken. Do it.
Right. I'm having a go at the government and the education department in particular, Iain, because what is happening in this land, the seeds of sexual addiction and sexual promiscuity are now being forcefully planted in the hearts
Two different things. Sexual
Sexual
addiction and sexual promiscuity are two different things. But you know that, don't you?
I know that.
Okay, good lad.
I know that, Ian. But I'm just, my concern here is a great concern is this, that the young people today are being forcefully indoctrinated to accept sexual relationships outside of a loving commitment in a marriage.
Ken, grow up. Grow up. Grow up. Grow up. Grow up, Ken! For God's sakes! For God's sakes, grow up!
This is the truth.
Grow up!
This is the truth.
That's rubbish. You ain't getting any. Grow up. Come on, man. Grow up!
Listen.
Try before you buy. Try before you buy. We've just been watching a documentary about. We've just been watching a documentary about polyamory.
Yeah, thruples.
And thruples. You know thruples, Ken?
No.
Thruples are when it's like one man, two women, or two women and one man. It's the same, but they're like married, or there could be more.
Or three women.
Three women. Could be four men in a relationship, and I'm thinking of trying it. I'm thinking of becoming polyamorous. So tonight, I'm looking for men and women who'd like to get involved in a polyamorous relationship with me. 0344 499 1000.
This is what I'm talking about. Can you hear me?
I can hear the words, but I can't hear the meaning. Because I'm so excited at the thought of polyamory.
Ian,
which is what we're going to call our first kid. We won't know who the dad is or the mum.
Young people are being pressurised to accept and experiment.
No one's being pressurised, Ken. Ken, you're talking rubbish. No one's being pressurised. Ken, you're talking out of your big arse. No one is being pressurised to have sex. It's a lie. Ken, it's a lie. You're telling lies. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little. Ken, when was the last time you spoke to? Ken, when was the last time you spoke to a pupil who went to school? When was the last time? When was the last time you spoke to a pupil?
At school today.
Okay, and how old were they?
I spoke to quite a number of young people who go to school, who are at college.
Oh, no, not college, not college. I'm talking about school. I'm talking about school. When was the last time you spoke to a school child?
I would guess quite a number in the past week.
Okay, and they've told you, how many of them have told you that they are being pressurised into having sex through the school system? I'm going to guess zero.
I don't get involved.
No, Ken, because you're talking about you don't get involved in facts.
Let me
Ken,
answer.
no, I won't, because you're a poisonous little. You want to have a go? I'll have a go at you. You're poison, and you're lying. You're lying.
You're lying. You are a poisonous person.
You're lying.
You are a poisonous person.
You're lying, Ken. You little liar.
You are poisoning the minds of your listeners with your continual promotion of sexual perversion.
Polyamory is not sexual perversion. It's my new lifestyle.
You and the media.
Here we go.
You and the media promote sexual immorality.
Constantly. We're having a competition later on tonight where you can win sex.
Well, you see, even your conversation right now reveals to me your mind is totally obsessed with sex.
You started the sex chat. You started the sex chat, Ken. Come on.
Yeah, but the nation today has been indoctrinated to practice and experiment with different kinds of sex.
No, they're not. That's rubbish, mate.
They are not being taught about the loving relationship and a marriage between a man and woman.
Yes, they are.
That is not being taught.
Ken?
No, it's not.
Ken, you seem to think about what everyone else is doing an awful lot. I mean, a lot more than I do. Are you okay?
Well, I'm concerned as a Christian about the moral state of our
Ken, here's the thing. Ken, here's the thing, right? I got kids at school, so I'm kind of a little bit more on the school system than you are. I got kids at school, and as far as I remember, they've not come home yet and told me that they're being pressurised into trying out gay sex, or they've not been pressured into being trans. They've not been pressured into having sex before marriage. They've not. So, Ken, you're talking out your hole, but thanks for coming and having a go. No, I won't, because you're spreading poisonous bile.
He thinks about sex a lot, doesn't he?
The guy's obsessed. Let's go to line 2. Line 2, come and have a go.
Oh, hello, Ian. It's Amy.
Hello, Amy. Are you ready to have a go? We're having a go. Or we're trying to sort out polyamorous relationships. I want 25.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that.
Hey! Now it's actually staring me in the face. I don't think I can do it. Kath.
All mouth, no trousers.
Well, that's part of the attraction.
Like Winnie the Pooh.
Did you want... I know we're late to this party, this swinging party, Amy, but Catherine and I just watched the first half of that Louis Theroux... polygamy.
It's called altered states.
But what? But what is it? Is it polygamy?
Polyamory.
What's polygamy?
Polygamy is is multiple wives, gamy. So
Okay.
then there's polyandry, which is multiple husbands, but this is polyamory, which just means everyone in.
Yeah. Okay.
Everyone in.
So did you see that? Did you see that program, Amy?
Yeah, on BBC, right?
Yeah. Did it? Are you telling me it worked? The thought of that, you didn't look at those people and go, weirdos, damaged goods.
I mean, you know, it's a bit of whatever floats your boat, really.
Well, and here's the thing, Catherine. This is what I'm prepared to think, right? Maybe it's an age thing, because Amy, you're 25, yeah? And,
I am.
And Catherine's twice your age, and I'm just a little bit younger than her.
Outrageous.
Right. And maybe it is an age thing. Maybe. And let me just, this is, all right, but joking to one side, obviously I don't want to get involved in a polyamorous relationship, because it would mess my head up. But that, seriously, to one side, to talk about it, right? Maybe people under the age of, let's say, 30 have seen monogamy and traditional marriage fail, right? It's now at least 50% of marriages end in divorce. Mm-hmm. It may have nudged over 50%, right? So there's a strong chance that people under 30, half people under 30 come from a excuse me, come from a marriage that didn't work, you know, that ended for whatever reason. So maybe the young people like Amy are thinking, well, perhaps there is an alternative in the same way that fascism is on the rise again. Because people
That's the young people too. What's the connection?
What's the what?
Connection.
That's not what you said, is it?
It's a connection.
I'd like to hear that clip.
No, I didn't say that.
I don't know.
Are you a fascist, Amy?
I don't think so.
Okay,
No.
Okay. Yeah. But
So-
you would be.
You
up
would
for
know.
it.
I think you would know if you were a fascist.
No, do you know what it is? I think I'm pretty old school because I'm one of 4 kids, and luckily, and touch wood, my parents are still together, and I would love that. And you're right, there are so many people now that are young but don't have that family where their parents are still together, and I think it's really sad.
Yeah, it is sad. But could you really, seriously now, commit emotionally? Physically, I think is easier than the emotional, but could you commit physically and emotionally to more than one person and prepare to share that person that you're in love with, as well as share your love with other people? You couldn't do that, Amy, could you?
No, I actually couldn't. I generally couldn't.
This is the thing, you see.
Right, and I watched that programme, and I don't think they could either, right? There was always one person who wasn't quite as in it as everyone else, and more than one of the partners, the original partners, didn't seem cool with it, and it just seemed to be a way of holding on to that original relationship.
Yeah.
To me, that's...
Yeah, but I suspect there are some people for whom it works. You'll pull in the face to say maybe it doesn't.
I don't think... Maybe if you're not as into it in the first place, then it won't matter as much when it's not quite the same anymore.
Or maybe because everyone in these relationships said that they were in love, but maybe they weren't.
Yeah.
Maybe it was lust. Maybe it was infatuation. Maybe it wasn't true love. But then again, why should true love only be focused on one? Okay, all right, I've got it, Amy. Right, I've got it. Right, so. If a couple are married for 20 years and the husband dies, right, and the wife is like, oh God, yeah. I can't carry on.
I think she agreed more than that, yeah.
All right.
Oh God, terrible.
All right. But then 2 years later, she finds another man and she's a bit uncomfortable and they start going out and and then they fall in love and they get married, right? Okay, right. Well, what happens if she met that man while her husband was still alive?
She wouldn't know, would she?
Well, no, but what if she did? She could meet him, and she could fall in love with him, and then she's got 2 loves of her life.
Well,
just a different timeline.
You're assuming that the second one's the love of her life.
Well, no, the first one is the love of her life, and
you're assuming the first one was.
No, I'm assuming that they both are. I'm assuming. Are you saying that if someone...
I bet they love each other differently.
Yeah, exactly. So you're agreeing with me.
For example, let me tell you, I know I've got a real life example of this.
Here we go.
My grandma.
Now we're in, Amy.
My grandma remarried in her 70s. right? Because my granddad died when he was like 62.
Okay.
So she was on her own for a while. She ended up marrying a guy that she knew from before.
Yeah.
In fact, his first wife was my grandma's bridesmaid. So they did know each other before.
Hang on, whose first wife? His first wife was... Wow,
was my grandma's bridesmaid, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I
She didn't fancy him then, and she actually said to me that it was a different kind of marriage than the one she had with my granddad. I mean, the one she had with my granddad was children involved, and it was kind of... And they were young kids
the second
together.
One was sex.
No. I think it was companionship.
I don't want to speak ill of your grandma, though.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
I know, I don't want to. Hello?
Who's this?
Oh, sorry, hang on a minute, I've got a call, hang on.
Oh, it's probably Sadiq.
Hello, who is this?
Sadiq.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Did you see that trailer I sent you, Sherlock Holmes, new one?
Yeah, you sent me a trailer for Sherlock Holmes. I'm a little bit busy, man, because I'm doing the radio right now.
I talk to you tomorrow morning, yeah?
Oh, my God. Seriously, man.
What time are you thinking, Sadiq?
10 o'clock.
Make it like 1.
Okay.
Because I'll be asleep, man.
1 o'clock.
In the afternoon.
You're right.
Don't do this.
Thanks, man.
This is such a bad idea.
Bye. Have I got to change my phone number
You've
again?
got to block him, and he's going to be gutted, and it's all your fault.
Not my fault. Maybe I'll get into a polyamorous... No, I won't. Not with him. All I'm saying is, you marry someone and they're the love of your life. That person dies, and you meet someone else and you marry them, and, well, you're in love again. Well, what happens if you met those two people and fell in love at the same time? You're obviously capable of having feelings for both of those people. What if you met them at the same time? Sam understands what I'm saying, don't you,
If
Sam?
you're with the right person in the first place, you don't look at anyone else, do you?
Well, but you... love moves in mysterious ways.
Oh, God, you hit me with that one, the Julia Fordham.
Yeah. Yeah, I did, didn't I? And that's a great song. Amy, thanks so much for your call.
No worries, I'll see you.
Tatty bye.
Thanks for clarifying everything.
Line 2, come and have a go.
Yeah, I want to have a go at that Ken. He's totally wrong, because I've an atheist and I've never had sex. But I'll teach him.
Thanks very much indeed. There we go. Wow. That's a start to a Monday. I've given my phone number to a nut job. I've been called a pervert and almost entered into a polyamorous relationship. The show isn't even 24 minutes old. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Here they come. Father Hackett. Not very nice calling Sadiq a nut job. Jeez, dude. Get a life. Seriously, get a life, man.
Also, let's have a conversation when you're using your real name and your face.
Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. Line 1, come and have a go.
Is it possible to be polyamorous on your own if you're ambidextrous?
Polyamorous? Leave the animals alone.
He's doing his best. Come on. He's doing his best. He's a guy making a gag.
I'm sorry, what can I say? I'm just feeling sassy.
The sassometer is...
The sassometer is out of control tonight, ladies and gents.
It's out of control. Hey, by the way, this is the Late Night Alternative. Iain Lee, Catherine Boyle. Monday to Friday. 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock. You're welcome to give us a call about anything you want at all. We just sit here and talk nonsense. I do want to talk about polyamory. Well, it's polyamory. It doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that's totally it.
I couldn't do it. I was joking earlier on. Of course, it's a cheap guy to go, hey, I'm up for it. I couldn't do it. I have trouble maintaining one relationship for any extended period of time. So maintaining 7, it's like spinning plates. Although actually spinning plates is easy because they're not proper
got a little
plates. Little ridge in them. So if you saw the Louis Theroux thing, like was it last week? It went out.
No, Sunday.
Oh, Sunday just gone. I thought it had gone out before. All right, fine. Well, if you saw it yesterday, this is topical chat then.
Totally, we're on top of this.
Oh, this is topical chat. We're doing topical chat. Yes, Boyley, this is what a real radio show is like.
Go you.
Except we're doing topical chat purely by chance, not by planning.
He's not doing it on purpose.
If you saw it on Sunday, I'd love to get your thoughts on it. We haven't seen the whole thing yet. And I'd be very surprised if we have anybody involved in a polyamorous relationship who's listening. But if you are, or if you know someone, how do you get your head around it, man? How do you? Oh, no, Catherine, I'm not. You're looking for innuendo where there isn't. I forgot to take my tablets today, so I'm as high as a kite, man. I'm higher than a kite. If you made a kite big enough, you could attach a human to it.
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Uh-huh.
Shut up.
Yeah, you remember Gareth that we used to work with? He used to attach himself.
To a kite?
Mm-hmm.
I worked with a man who attached himself to a kite for 3 years,
he'd
and he
be
never
on
told me.
like a buggy or something.
A buggy?
A buggy.
Oh, what? So he'd be on the ground? Mm-hmm. No, I mean flying.
I think you can do that, no?
Well,
And call it a hang glider.
No, not hang gliding. Like a kite, an actual diamond shape.
All right, with a tail.
Yeah, and you someone
with a kid running in front.
So Gareth didn't used to fly.
Probably, yeah. I'm going to say yeah.
Okay, all right, fine, fair enough. I like that. I appreciate that, and that works for me. Now, let me find. Here we go. Right. So we're talking on Friday. Abby, if you're listening, I'm going to give you a call in a second. Stand by your phone. Get ready. I'm going to do the preamble, then I'm going to call you live on air. We may get interrupted. We may get interrupted by Sadiq. So this is a tweet I saw the other day, because I'm having a tough old time at the moment, and we will talk about divorce and dads and things in a bit. And, because I've had a tough weekend. Anyway, and I've not been feeling great. So I tweeted that I wasn't feeling great, and this loads of people said, oh, hang in there. Loads of people said, man up, snowflake. Oh, okay, fine.
Helpful.
But I quite often what I do is if I'm bored and I'm sat at the computer and people tweet me or people follow me that I don't recognise, I'll have a little look at their bios and their pictures. And I found some really interesting people as a result and some quite dull people as a result, but all human beings. And so Abby tweeted, hang in there, you got this, or something like that. And I saw there was a picture of her and a picture of a bloke as their little thing. I thought, let's have a little look and see what's going on here. And one of her tweets was this, right? And I could scroll down the timeline, and one of these tweets was this, and it blew me away. Right, so we're going to phone her up in a second and talk to her. This is the tweet. Hi, I am mum of 2 beautiful girls. Me and my husband are currently seeking for #surrogate, #grandparents in the UK. We need a couple who is willing to care, bond and love our children. For more information, please inbox me. And I just thought, wow, man, surrogate grandparents. And I was chatting a little bit to Abby in the old DMs, and she sounded, she sounded absolutely delightful, and the situation sounds a bit intense. And she couldn't come on. The other day. Why? I do it there, don't I? I forgot how to do a thing. But she can come on now. So I'm just dialing you now. Maybe we can give her number to Sadiq. And he can send her the trailer for Sherlock Holmes 3. That's what he sent me. It's
the first of many things he's going to send.
Welcome to the O2 messaging service.
Abby, what have you done?
The person you are calling is unable to take...
she might have changed her mind, which is fine. Have I got that right? Let's try again.
Welcome to the O2 service.
No. Can we have that trail ready? Because I'm going to send her a little bit messy. She may have changed her mind, which is absolutely fine.
That number's in the system now, so Sam can keep trying.
OK. I'm just going to double-check it, because maybe she sent me the wrong number, or maybe, Abby, you've changed your mind. And if you've changed your mind, I'm totally cool with that. Of course I am, because I know you're a bit nervous about coming on. In the meantime, 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The radio show for people who know the best part of the day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Let me try that one more time. Let's try. I've just sent her a tweet, so we're all good. How is it ringing? Because it's not. Hello. Sam, can I entrust? Hello? No. That's. Can I? How do I? Oh no! Hang on, I've called again.
Welcome to the O2 messaging.
Keep trying. I've sent her a little tweet. I spoke to her earlier on via the Twitter, and she said she was up for it, but that was a few hours ago. Maybe she changed her mind. Maybe she's having trouble with the babies. That's fine, Abby. If you're listening, we have got all night. If you want to come on, we can do it another night. Or if you don't want to do it, then we don't have to do it. It's all cool, man. I'm just curious to find out a little bit more about it. Oh, she might block withheld numbers. How do we get around that?
Well, why don't you get Sam to leave a voicemail with our phone number?
Okay. Can you do that for me, Sam? Sam's shrugging his shoulders like a teenager. That guy's...
he's outrageous.
He needs some slaps.
You've been drinking my sass juice.
He needs some slapped legs. That's what he needs. Yeah, that might be the case. That makes things complicated, man. So I went to the Roald Dahl Museum at the weekend.
And Story Centre.
The Story Centre twice, right? And we loved it. We went... It's one of those places you buy... It's not a lot there, right? They've got giant doors that smell of chocolate.
No.
They smell of chocolate. We were there just sniffing the doors for ages.
They've still got the loos that make the noises.
Yeah, that's great. So we went there on the Saturday. It's one of those things. You buy tickets, you can use the ticket the whole year, for a year. And my youngest didn't want to go. And then 3 hours later when we left, I don't want to leave. And then we got home that night and we're all very tired. He said, can we go back tomorrow? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, of course we can. We can go back tomorrow. We got a really nice author, Harry... what was his name? We went to a session. Harry Heap. So we went to one of the sessions with Harry Heap on the Saturday, and it was great. We had a lovely, lovely time. And you go in there, and there's like some history stuff, and and there's like little games to play and things to find, and there's loads of like arts and crafty bits. There's a great bit. The boys were in hysterics of this. There's a table, right, with a load of words on it, you make your own sentences, and then there's a camera filming the table, then it projects the sentences onto the floor. And it's all, you make sentences, there's all words like smelly, old hag, toilet, wobbly, all of that. And the boys were wetting themselves, making up these, what they thought were incredibly rude sentences and doing all that. And there's bits where you cut bits of paper out and stick stuff together, and it's great fun, and we loved it, and I thoroughly recommend it. They got some amazing cakes in the cafe. There's a geocache hidden not that far away from it, in somewhere very special. And we went on the Saturday, and we saw Harry Heap give like a talk for an hour, and he inspired my boys to write. He's talking about, he was encouraging all the children to come up with, what characters could we have in a book? Okay, think of a character and give it a name. Now, what does this character like and what do they hate? And there was all this stuff. So everyone came up with like 6 characters. Then he said, right, the key to a good book is every story needs a problem. So what is the problem? And he inspired my youngest. So we got home that night. My youngest, who's going to be 7 in January, I couldn't want him 6. He's kind of closer to 7. Sat there writing this story called Dan and the Dinosaur, about Dan who loves dinosaurs, and none of his friends do, but one of his friends' dad has got a time machine, so he steals the time machine, but doesn't know how to work it, so he smashes it up, and that takes him back to dinosaur days. That's when we stopped, but we know that he's going to have trouble getting back. We know that. And it was great. But when we went back the second day, there weren't that many people there, actually. There were, I'm sorry, I'm just checking my... no, she's not tweeted back. So we went back the second day, and we went into at the back. There's like an arts and crafts room where there are 2 tables with chairs around and loads of like sort of worksheets where you can draw things and write things and cut things out and stick them. And it's great, we didn't get to do it this Saturday because it was a bit busy, and so we went back there, and that was the first place my youngest wanted to go to. So we went there, right, and it's only a small bit. This tiny little room. And there were 2 tables. One table surrounded by kids and about 3 adults sat around it. Loads of kids, right? And they kind of commandeered most of the chairs. So the other table, the one we went to, right, there were 6 people sat around. 6 people on chairs. There were no more chairs. No other chairs left, right? All the chairs were gone. 6 people sat around, but room for us to kind of go there, right? Of the 6 people sat around, 2 of them were kids, right? And 4 of them were their parents, right? One of whom was on his mobile phone. Didn't want to be there, right? And me and my boy had to stand. My boy had to stand, I had to kneel. Now, I'm happy kneeling. One of those parents should have given the boy a chair.
I wouldn't have sat down full stop.
No, well, listen, if there's chairs there, no one's standing, I sit down. Of course I'll sit down. I'm old.
If the room's empty, then yeah, okay.
But there were 4 adults. One was a dad who looked so bored. So if you're not going to be there, go out and have a fag. Go and have a coffee, right? Because that was just looked awful. And then he's on his phone, and my boy had to stand, right? And it's not just it's my boy. It's a place for kids. It's a place to celebrate magic for children, right? Roald Dahl, right? Who is all about the magic of children, right? And it's a tiny little workshop where kids get to make stuff. There were 4 adults, there were 2 kids, and my boy was standing. If I had been in any situation like that, I'd have been straight up. Here, young man, you sit down there. No, don't you worry. I've got plenty of room here. And my boy is very shy and nervous, and he likes me to be next to him. So I'm going to be next to him or behind him if I had to squeeze out of the way. and I've not got a problem about kneeling down, but 4 parents were sat there, and I'm just looking at them thinking, you haven't got a clue what this is about.
Also, yeah, exactly. The overriding message of that place is to prioritise children.
Yes,
and
man.
also to remember what it's like to be small.
Totally. And it was... And I'm sat there, I was disgusted. I was really disgusted, right? There was this guy, and they weren't old. They were in their 40s. The guy on the phone and his wife, probably in their 30s. And the mum with the girl was really getting into it. Guy was on the phone, and then the other 2 parents were kind of getting into it. I just think, it's out of order. My wife, who's quite feisty, she came on the Sunday, didn't come on the Saturday, and she said, well, I would have told him to move. And I said, yeah, I know. It crossed my mind, but my boys sort of love it, but generally they hate it when I get involved in confrontations. And I get involved in confrontations quite a bit. And it was such a small enclosed space, it wasn't worth going, excuse me. Oh, maybe it was. Excuse me. Can my lad sit down?
Yeah, but then you might have been tense around the table.
But it's just, honestly, it was such a misjudged... I just thought, you arseholes. That's what I thought. I thought, you absolute rude arsehole. This is a place for kids. And of course my boy didn't mind standing, but he would have been so much more comfortable sat down, getting stuck in. And I just thought, that's so mean. That's so mean. And I'm constantly aware, when I'm out, I'm constantly aware of... Are there kids or old people around, and are their needs different and superior to mine? Constantly. It's a constant thing. Are there kids and old people, are their needs different and superior to mine? Am I doing something that is inhibiting them? Could I make a slight adjustment that will make their experience more beneficial? Because I'm a bloke in his 40s and I'm quite fit and I'm all right. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Do you know what I've realised? That I put myself behind everyone a lot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I kind of live to be out everybody else's way. And there have been occasions recently where things have happened and I've gone, you know what? They don't think about it.
Yeah.
And I make it easy for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But does that make... No, I still think I'm right.
I sometimes am the only person as well on a tube train where I'm the only person offering an older person a chair.
Uh-huh.
You just see people sat there. And I've seen people nab the chair, sort of dash in front of an old person to get the chair.
Cut them up.
When we went to New York, me and the boys, and we got the tube back from the baseball game, and the boys were tired, man, because it'd been 3.5 hours in the sun, and been a long journey out there. We'd been doing stuff all morning, and it was a long journey back into town, and we got on the tube, and both of them got onto one seat, and the tube was packed, and they got onto one seat, they squeezed on one seat, and we did one stop, and then an old boy, really old boy, got on the next thing. No one offered him a chair. I said, boys, I know you're tired, but we're going to offer this gentleman this chair. And they were like, yeah, sure, whatever. They were cool with it, because they got that was the right thing to do. And I said, excuse me, sir, do you want this? He said, are you sure? I said, yeah, no, these boys can stand. They're good, don't you worry. They were cool with it. They knew it was the right thing to do. It made his life a whole lot easier. No one else did it.
But hopefully the rest of the carriage felt a little bit ashamed of themselves.
No one else did it. What is it?
I find myself all the time waiting for other people to come through sort of narrow spaces. The way round the school where we have to go and collect the children.
Yeah.
It's kind of maybe 2 people maximum, a mum holding a child's hand through this sort of little passageway thing. Yeah. I'm always standing at the end of that while people just walk through and they walk past me.
Yeah.
And I'm holding back because I'm thinking, right, no, you come on through and bring your pushchair.
Yeah.
But they don't even look at me.
Yeah. People, man.
Mate, you feel like a right mug, don't? And I know it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think a lot of people are walking around with their heads in bubbles.
People. These people sat around this table. It's 2 kids and 4 adults and no more chairs. And I just thought, man, and that
also,
idiot that was
going back to the original point, that place is all geared up towards children.
But that idiot just sat there looking so bored on his mobile phone. I just thought, get out. Get out, man. You're creating a bad vibe. You're not giving memories to your daughter. It's slightly arrogant of me to think that, but you're not giving memories to your daughter. Either interact, right? When we eventually did sit down, because everyone went, because there was a storytelling that we weren't going to go to. So everyone went, so the whole place was empty. So then it's me and my boy on that table and a couple on the other table. And so I'm sat there watching him and encouraging him. And I said to him, oh, do you know what? I'm going to get one of these sheets. I'm doing this, man. And I started sitting down next to him, and he was thrilled that suddenly I'm drawing stuff. And he kept looking up, because he knows I'm not a very good drawer. He kept looking over and going, hey, that's really good, Daddy. Well done. You're doing brilliantly. And we're kind of vibing off each other, man.
Yeah.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. It looks like we've not got Abby tonight, and that's absolutely fine. I'll send her a little message. We'll keep trying. Maybe we'll speak to her later in the week. Maybe we won't. Still happy, very happy to talk about, I suppose, with the surrogate grandparents and the polyamorous relationship. There's kind of a connection there of unusual families, modern families.
Yeah, like rethought families.
Rethought families. 0344 499 1000. And if you just want to come and have a go at me, at Kath, at Sam, at anything you want. It's a Monday free-for-all, I'm calling it, because apparently things on the radio are supposed to have names. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee. On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Come and have a go. You interpret that sentence any way you want. Come and have a go. 0344 499 1000. We'll call you back now. We'll stop the call straight to air. If you phone up, you'll speak to Sam. He will take your name and number. He will give you a call straight back. It's as simple as that. What else did we do at the weekend? Hang on a minute, I've got to clip my neck. Oh. There it is. Yeah, thank you. I don't want to... it's been a bit intense, the first hour of the show. I don't know if I want to get all heavy on you. Let's not get heavy. We'll get heavy a bit later on. So now I'm on Twitch. Now I'm a professional streamer on Twitch. I had over 100 viewers at one point last night. My boys streamed as well at the weekend. They asked if they could stream. I said, OK, but you're not having the camera on and you're not having the microphone on. So they streamed. They had 12 people watching. They loved it. Because to them now, streaming, even more so than YouTube, it's like a pop star. It's a legitimate art form. It's a legitimate performance. It's for those who don't know, streaming is when you play a video game and you stream it online, and generally you'll have a little video of you in the corner and you'll be talking to people and there's a chat room and all of that. Twitch is what I do it on, twitch.tv/Iain Lee, and you get subscribers and you get followers and you get a few dollars out of it, and it's kind of interactive. I had a lovely session last night where me and Ollie and Roger, who are regular callers to this show, we found partner of Stacey, who listens to this show, her fella, Captain Chad, came on, and we were playing Rainbow Six, and it was team kills galore. Just kept team killing everybody. It was great. And so my boys did a bit of that on Sunday morning, only about half an hour, and they loved. I can't believe we had 12 people watching us play. We got a subscriber. They're playing Tomb Raider, and they were lousy at it, and the new Tomb Raider is full of swear words. Oh, it's full of swears. It's outrageously bad. There's a bit where this guy's getting beaten up and it's F and S, and I'm just sat there thinking, oh, hope they're not noticing. They noticed. And they keep saying, because they know the F word, they know crap, and they know bloody. They keep saying, so there are other swear words. I say, yes, there are. Can you tell them to me? No, I'm not going to tell them to you. Can you give us the letter? I said, dude, I'm not giving you... Imagine my pure baby's ears saying, well, there's one called the C word. Imagine, I said, I'm not giving you the letters. I said, look, I'm not that bothered by swearing, but I know, they know their grandmother would be. And I said, but my job is to keep you as pure and innocent as I can for as long as I can, right? So when you will learn these swear words, you'll probably learn them very, very soon. I've just got a feeling that it's kind of the vibe in the air at school. And that's fine, but it's kind of your journey to find them. It's not my journey to give them to you. I didn't say that, but I wish I had, because that sounds wise.
Well, no, it also sounds like an adventure, so we'll rein that one in. I've told you should give them some... Oh, God, all right, here we go. Here's the swear words. And then just make something up.
Flange is quite rude. But no, it is an adventure. Language, experiencing, growing, all of this stuff, it's an adventure, man. It's an adventure. So here's my thing, what I wanted to do, and now I'm being told that it might be illegal in the realm of Twitch. I did this last year, earlier this year, on YouTube. I streamed myself getting ready for bed, going to sleep, sleeping all night, and waking up in the morning and just switch the stream off.
How come that's illegal?
Well, this is what I want to find out, right, is I did it on YouTube, and I'm planning Can you take line 2, just in case that's our guest? Would you, Mandeep, tell Mandeep to wait. So I wanted to do it on Twitch at the weekend, and I've set an event Saturday night at 10:30. Going to be sleeping, and then some people said, "No, you're not allowed to sleep on Twitch." It's
But there are women that play. I'm saying quote unquote play computer games with their baps out, and that's fine.
Not on Twitch, they don't.
Oh, don't they?
No. Whoa, back off. Not on Twitch, they don't. It's not a titty fest. No, Twitch is not. No, Twitch is like proper serious gaming. We watched some Fortnite action. No, it's not a titty fest at all. It's not dicks and things like that. Not on Twitch.
Oh, no, I didn't think it was dicks, but I thought that there was some.
No. I don't think so.
More risque presentation methods.
No, I don't think so on Twitch. I'm prepared to be proven wrong, but I don't think there is on Twitch. But listen, this is why I'm saying this. If people out there obviously know more than me, and when I say people, I mean people under the age of 25. Is Catherine right? Is there kind of a booby...
underbelly
going on.
Sam would know when he's finished the film.
No, let me do that. Or not. But anyway, I don't think I can stream myself sleeping on there for all my subscribers. Can someone... What I need is a young person to call me. Sam's getting through to Abby, but I think we're having a few problems with the line. Is I need a young person who understands Twitch to call me. 0344 499 1000. Abby, we're trying to call you, but we're struggling to get through to you. Mandeep.
Hey, Ian.
Hey, man. Do you know about Twitch?
I'm familiar with it, but I don't really participate in it.
Are there boobies on there? Can I sleep on there? Can I show my boobies on there while I'm asleep?
I would like to answer yes to all 3 of those questions, but I don't know enough about it, I'm afraid.
Okay, fair enough. What you got for us, Mandeep?
This might be a little bizarre.
Okay.
But I'll try and get into it.
First hour of the show's been ridiculous, mate, so you can't be any weirder than that.
Right. So I'm fortunate enough to work with work colleagues who we can have a banter about random subjects.
Yep.
And something came up last week.
Yeah.
And there's no pun intended that you'll see what I mean in a second.
Okay.
Which I thought was crazy. Yeah. But somehow we got onto the subject of erections.
Okay.
And just how, if you're a guy, you might have a random erection when you're in the office, or if you're out and about, and you've got to deal with it, concede it.
Sort of deal with it.
Yep. So what I said was what I tend to do is just tuck it to one side against my leg sort of thing, keep it out of the way.
Yeah, if it's protruding forwards, which it can do, you just got to kind of straighten up against your body. Yeah, fine. Absolutely
exactly.
Fine.
And that's what I was expecting. There was one lady and 3 other guys, 2 other guys. And that's what I was expecting the other guys to confirm as well. But both the guys and the lady as well, I guess she's got experience from past boyfriends, said, but you can also position it straight up against your lower stomach. And I had never heard of that.
Well, straight up?
Yeah.
So 12 o'clock?
Yes. And I was like, but how do you can't keep it, it's going to fling forward.
You'd snap it.
But, well, I thought, is it like, how you get booby tape that, you tuck them in place? Is there something for...
How do you know about booby tape?
Man, I'm a man of the world. Okay. I've read a few gossip magazines and stuff. But,
Mandeep's digging Heat magazine.
Hey, oh man, digressing slightly. I remember having a flick through one of those once from a lady at work. She left in the tea room. I think some of my brain melted. I don't understand what people find engrossing about those. But back to the topic.
Yes, the topic of erect penises. Yes.
Yes, but what they explained then was what they would do is use their underwear to keep it in place.
Right. Which
still doesn't make sense to me. So then I tried it later that night in the privacy of my room, out of public.
This guy's worse than Ken for deviancy. Flipping heck. Go on.
And
yes,
I confirmed what I suspected, that it doesn't work. And I reported back to my colleagues the following day. They were slightly aghast that I don't know. I did try it.
You called them out. You called out their fake news.
Well, yeah, and I told them that, like, when you do that, it still the head still protrudes out of.
Okay, all right, yeah, we got it. Yeah,
and
yes,
the band. So you can't walk around like that because it's gonna. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But they were still sticking by the story, and they were. I don't know. So I wanted to ask you,
what we know.
Man.
What I know. Well, Mandy, what we've learnt from that is, you are a man who should be very proud of himself, and your colleagues
are cold.
Exactly. They obviously don't have as much. They don't get as man deep as you do. Man deep.
That's very, very kind words. I'm sure that's not the case. I wanted to ask you whether I don't know.
What do I do when I get an erection when I'm out and about?
Yeah, how do you deal with?
I go and
No.
hide behind a bush.
Okay.
And sort it out that way. Mandeep, you're a very naughty boy. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me down the road. It's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on down this road that never seems to end. When new adventure lies just around the bend. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, the whole world is my home. So if you wanna join me for a while, just grab your hat, come travel light, that's old style. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. There's a world that's waiting to unfold, a brand new tale no one has ever told. We've journeyed far, but you know it won't be long. We're almost there and we paid our fare with a hobo song. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving.
You hear that? Sorry, hang on. You hearing the news about that? The Grenfell Tower bonfire burning effigy thing. Did you hear that? I was listening to that during the news. Can the people involved? People never trying to find out if the people involved can be charged with anything. So I watched it. Did you hear that on the news about the Grenfell Tower thing? And in the news, people are wondering if they can be charged with anything. So I found it on online, and I watched it. I watched about half of it. It's grim. Have you seen it? Yeah, it's grim. But no, they can't be arrested for anything. They can't be charged with anything. You can't be charged for being an idiot and being offensive and being a knob.
They're sentenced to being daft for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it, and you just think, flipping heck, man, that's a bit Jeff. It really is. It's horrible, you know. I was going to play it, and I thought, I won't actually, because it's too grim. It's a silly couple of families. It sounds and looks like little bonfire in their back garden, and they've built like a 3 foot cardboard Grenfell with people stuck on the front, and then they burn it, and they're giggling away and they're having the time of their lives, and you just think, well, aren't you lucky that nothing like that has ever happened to you? And let's pray that it stays the same. And it's sick, and it's horrible, and it's offensive, and it's disgusting.
And they're morons, and they filmed it. You know, doing it in the first place.
It's cat's tip. If you're going to do something offensive, don't film it.
No, but that just shows an extra level of not giving a monkeys, doesn't it?
No, I don't think it does anymore. Everything's filmed. Every second of every day is filmed. I don't think it necessarily means it. But no, the answer to the question that was raised in the news is no, they can't be charged. They can't be charged. What are you going to charge them with? Being dicks? If that were the case, cats would be serving life.
Wow.
But it's, because I like a laugh. I sometimes like quite a sick laugh, if I'm honest. I've got a very dark sense of humour. I'm sat there watching that going, whoa, flipping that, man. Come on, that is... And here's the thing, I don't know about you, Catherine, I always feel that I missed... Sam, stay there, I'll come to you in a second. That we were in New York when Grenfell happened, so I feel that I personally missed a significant... I missed the brunt, if that's not too callous a word to say. I feel I missed a lot of I missed the brunt and a lot of the emotion of the story because we were in New York when it happened. I remember I was either going to bed or I woke up and then we flicked on the news and I saw a burning tower and then I thought, oh, that's terrible. Flicked onto another thing and I kind of said to you, oh, and we addressed it a couple of times. But I certainly missed just how big it was, just how devastating it was, just how horrific it was, because it happened quite early on when we were away, and so for the first week of it, you miss it. And the first week is when all the any news stories, when you're getting all of the big stuff. Obviously, you come back and you couldn't help be impacted by it, and you drive past it for the first time a few months later, it's like, oh, flipping it, right, okay. But I personally feel I'm not as connected with the Grenfell story as people who were perhaps in the country at the time and saw it.
And then Sam Delaney, of course, who was doing drive time here at that time, went back every Thursday to try and make sure that those people still had voices and that the attention didn't go away from them.
But I'm saying is, even with me being perhaps slightly more removed from it than a lot of other people, watching that video, you think, Jesus, man, come on, that's not good. I'm not saying they're bad people, but they're idiots. They're idiots and a little bit of thought. And you just wonder if anybody who was at that event was thinking, this doesn't feel right to me. Because it's hard to be the person that speaks out in those events.
Oh, really?
If everybody else is having a great time, 20 people are having a great time, you're the one that goes, as I get older, I can do it. But yeah, when I was younger, there's some older people, there's some people in their 50s, it looks like. There's some, people in their 20s. I would, when I was younger, I would have struggled to speak out. Now I'd say, do you know what? This ain't for me. I'm going home. Anyway, 0344 499 1000. So we were talking about surrogate grandparents and the lovely tweet that I saw from Abby Baker. And I don't think we've got Abby, but I think we've got Sam. Hey, Sam.
Hi.
Hey, Sam. So hang on. So tell me, who the heck are you, Sam? What's your connection with Abby?
I posted an ad on Facebook on the Surrogate USA.
Oh, yeah.
And so did, and Abby commented on my post asking if there's anywhere in the UK. But unfortunately, there's nothing up for the UK surrogate grandparents, where it's really big in the USA.
Yeah.
And there is a page open, but there's like 28 members on it, and it's not up and going.
Is your phone, Sam, made of cardboard? Because this is you got a lousy. I'm going to start a Facebook page to get you a decent phone, if such a thing exists. Well, I can hear you. So what? Sorry, you were saying that you started a Facebook page, but there weren't many members, and what? This was a Facebook page to get
for the UK, yes.
Surrogate grandparents for the UK.
Yes, but there's about 28 members on it, and it's not up and running like the USA one.
So how big is this in the States then? Is this like a huge thing?
This is massive in the States, yes, massive. There's people out there that children are missing out on grandparents, and they're stepping forward and they're coming and watching at the Christmas play, at sports days, and they're just coming round at Christmas. They haven't got children of their own.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. And
it sounds
that's
wicked.
What I love for my children, for someone to come round, tell them stories, come and have Sunday dinner with us. go sports day and watch them at sports day. And
Hang on a minute. Sunday dinner's involved. What's your minimum age of grandparent you're looking for, Sam? Is 45 too young?
Well, I'm 33.
It could work out. It could work. So your situation. So you haven't got grandparents for your kids?
I don't have. I'm not involved with my parents.
Right.
And my
Okay.
husband's not really involved with his parents, so we've not got quite family. Aunties and uncles don't even involve with them. It's quite sad, really, and I feel sorry for my children.
Of course.
They can't go back and say, I've been at Granny's this week and all my Granny's there cheering me on and stuff like that. I think and I do believe out there that the people out there who can't have children would love this opportunity to be involved in a big family, because we're a family. I've got 5 children with my husband.
Yeah.
And I think it would be so lovely and nice.
Hang on, did you say 5 children and you're only, 33?
Yeah.
Give it a rest for a few months, Sam.
She's got
twins. Oh, okay. All right, fine. Well, I mean, but flipping heck, you're done. All right.
Twins took me off.
Yeah, man alive. You must be shattered.
I've got a friend who did that. She said, I'll just have one more just to complete the family. She had twins.
There we go. That's the way it goes. And you're right. Because I'm so lucky, Sam, even though I'm divorced, my boys live just around the corner from my in-laws, their grandmother and grandfather on my wife's side. Literally, it's a 4-minute walk away. And they've had that for the last few years, and it's brilliant to see that relationship. Like, the grandparents do well out of it because they get to be involved, and the boys do well because they get kind of a slightly old-fashioned schooling from them, and they get great food, and they get spoiled rotten, and it's a great relationship. And you're right, it is a shame for your 5 kids if they can't have that. So how did you hear about it then? Did you read about it in the States?
No. I was looking for someone who was lonely at Christmas at first. You know, the old age.
Yeah.
Adopt a granny.
Yeah.
I was looking at that, and then I come across it online, searching surrogate grandparents in the USA. And I added their page, and I was looking, and there's so many stories on there. It's so overwhelming. It's really nice.
Yeah.
We've all got on, but you do your checks and stuff like that, so it is safe. And if you don't feel comfortable with them, then you don't go with them. Like, had meetings and, went to the park and met up with them, and some people took it off, and some haven't.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like you got to kind of audition them, and they've got to like you and the kids. Imagine if you get a surrogate grandparent who thinks the kids are brats. Then you're in trouble. They don't like them. Well, but it's got to work for everyone.
Boys, though, they're a handful.
Oh man, how old are your boys?
They're 10 and twins at 7.
Oy, mate, good luck.
Teenage girls. 15 and 14.
Man alive. I've got, my boys are going to be 8 and... No, hang on. How old are they going to be? 9 and 7. Oh, and that's a handful. So having those ages is crazy. So where have you looked? You've set up this Facebook page and it's not taken off? Or have you looked?
I never set it up. Someone else has set it up.
Yeah.
And that's all I've done so far. It's just... I think about putting an ad up in window or in the newspaper, anyone lonely at Christmas, and just because of that room, they can come and join us for Christmas dinner, and you never know, do you?
I wonder whether if you approach your local Age UK, they might be able to hook you up.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Is it Age UK? Is that what they're called now?
Yeah, it used to be Age Concerned.
Age Concerned, didn't it? Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Catherine Boyle.
I think they do similar schemes to that most years, but they'd certainly know which direction to point you in, I bet.
Yeah.
Have a little word with them, Sam. Give them a call.
I know, but I think they might be a little too old and not want to be.
You don't. Because here's the thing. Sam is a young.
Oh, so she doesn't want dead old. She wants about 50.
She doesn't.
But I can have great grandparents for them as well.
So that's the great grandparents. But the grandparents, she's looking around sort of 50, 55 tops. That's the limit.
She's looking for someone who, like my mum, can take the kids down to the park now and again.
Do you know what? That's true, because of course you think of, like, Aunt Flo from Bod, like a little old lady with a grey bun and stuff like that. It's, it must be a tough one. Well, Sam, listen, keep us posted. If anything, if we hear anything, we'll be in touch. And we'll let you know. You don't want any of our listeners, if I'm honest with you, Sam.
Oh, they're all weird.
Yeah, they're all weirdos. Seriously, I wouldn't talk to them unless I was getting paid. But listen, if we hear, we'll keep your number on file, because if we hear anything, and you never know, someone might see a tweet I've done and go, "Oh, actually, I've got an agency," or there might be someone might get in touch. So stay in touch with us, Sam, and if we hear anything, or if anything changes in your situation. We'll speak. And well
I
done.
have messaged you on Facebook.
Say that again, Sam.
I have messaged the page on Facebook.
Okay, good.
I don't see it yet.
Well, but well done as well for trying to do the right thing, and for thinking that you and you're possibly not enough, and that your kids are missing out on something. Because I don't know if every parent would be thinking that. And I wish you the very best of luck, Sam.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Take care.
And you take care.
Bye-bye. There we go. I just think it's fascinating. And she's right, because we're thinking of old people in their, 70s, 60s, 70s.
But then our parents aren't actually that old.
How old?
My parents aren't in their 70s.
My mum's 68.
Well,
close enough.
Well, she's younger than us, so take 10 years off.
Who?
Sam.
That's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. Yeah. She's thinking of people in their 50s.
She's not thinking June Whitfield. She's thinking Gail Platt.
Gail Platt. Dear God,
Except not her, she's a nightmare.
No one's thinking Gail Platt, except for Justin Dealey.
Is she in prison?
Hopefully. 0344 499 1000. Oliver, stay there. You'll be up next.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain Lee. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
I forgot to take my pill today, man. I'm feeling loopy, I think is the word. 0344 499 1000. Hey, the pill? The women's pill.
Yeah.
I've never had this conversation with anyone. I don't want to know your situation, whether you're on it or not. But so let me aim this out there.
I came off it because it drove me nuts.
Well, this is okay. Fine, right. I've never had this conversation before. I know I had a girlfriend a long time ago who was on the pill, and she stopped because it made her feel very sick. But I've never really considered it. We as blokes, I think, tend to think, it's a massive generalisation, that women take the pill and it stops them being fertile, so you can have sex without a Johnny, right? Mm-hmm. And then don't think any more of it. But does it make you feel? And I'm thinking of it because not taking this pill today is making me very stuttery, and I feel terrible, if I'm completely honest. But does taking the contraceptive pill,
right?
Does that make you feel different? And I know there are loads of different ones.
Yeah, there are different ones, and I've used about 3 or 4 different kinds over the time. After you have babies, they give you a different one. And I remember the first one I had was a pretty strong one, and it started to give me headaches. And then the last one I was on, I realised it was making me feel really down.
Okay.
But I didn't realise till I came off it just how different I'd become when I was on it.
It does a massive physical. It starts a massive physical change within you.
Well, the way I understand it, it kind of tricks your body into thinking you're kind of already pregnant. So move along, please.
Yeah.
So that's the way I understand one of the ones I was taking, at least. So yeah, it messes with your hormones, and you know what my hormones are like in a natural state. In fact, it's weird for me to kind of experience the ups and downs because I didn't realise that I was kind of avoiding those for quite a long time.
I just, I've never asked anyone before. So thanks very much.
You can ask me anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks very much.
Not necessarily on air.
Right, I see, right, it's like that. Evening, Oliver.
Hi.
Hey, man, what you got?
Well, I was just calling because earlier in the show you were talking about Twitch and things, and you wanted a younger caller.
We got a young person. Quick, everybody, we've got a young person listening to this rubbish.
Lock all the doors.
You're going nowhere, Oliver. You belong to us now. What are you, 23? No, you're younger than that.
No, I'm a lot younger. I'm only 14.
14? Wowzers. Okay, gosh, you've got an old man's voice. I like that. Okay. So do you stream on Twitch or do you watch it?
No, I don't particularly watch it. I prefer watching YouTube because I like watching edited things is just my thing. But I've got a lot of friends who watch Twitch or used to stream it.
What did you say was your thing? Your phone dropped out.
I just watch YouTube and gaming.
Okay, right. And because I hadn't really. I'd not really watched much Twitch, Oliver, but then at the weekend my boys wanted to watch this guy called Ninja. You know, he's the guy.
Oh, yeah.
He makes $500,000 a month. That's
Crazy.
$6 million a year, right? So we found him and we watched him. And I'm going to be honest, I thought he was quite dull. He didn't really do anything.
Well, I'm a big. I do not like the sort of main thing he does, Fortnite. I'm super against it. I just don't like it. It's a bit corruptive. It gets in. I got a lovely little brother. He plays Fortnite with his friends.
Yeah.
And he does the little dances, and it just makes me cringe. And that feels bad. And he's lovely, but
hang on. The dances are the thing you hate about Fortnite. What about the ridiculous building?
Yeah, no, it's just I watch a lot of. Instead of the actual gameplay, I watch a lot of analysing and reviewing the video games.
Okay.
I'm interested in getting into that industry.
Right.
So business models, and because it's a free game, anyone can get into it.
Yeah.
But it's the sort of trend culture surrounding it and the little dances.
Yeah.
So it's a poor business model that exploits trend. And
there's a whole language around it, and whether that language be verbal or physical, and I mean it's genius. Here's the thing, I don't quite buy the thing in the newspapers. This game is corrupting our youth, and a 12-year-old died because they were playing it too long and they didn't go to the toilet and their gut exploded. I don't buy that. It's quite a good game. That's it. It just happens to be the flavour of the month. I don't know if you remember. I guess it was probably a year ago when it was the game that all the newspapers were against was Grand Theft Auto, and before that it was Call of Duty. There's always a game that newspapers like to call out as corrupting the youth and being more addictive than drugs or alcohol.
Yeah, and I never think that when I said corruptive, I meant the sort of young, younger than me.
Yeah.
Sort of, I see little children doing the dances, and I just sort of cringe, and I think, I just wish I'd never seen that in public. But I'm not watching them. I don't.
You're going to make. I tell you what, man. I know you're 14, Oliver. You're going to make a great old man because we have got the same slightly grumpy
cynicism.
That's what we got, man. When you get to my age, you're going to be so much in place. So another thing that we watched with my boys, because I hadn't really watched it. We watched a live tournament. I don't know what game it was. I don't think it was Call of Duty. It was a game where you run around and blow things up and shoot things. I couldn't quite recognise it. But it was a live tournament being streamed on Twitch, and I think it was taking place in Antwerp. No, not Antwerp. It was somewhere. It wasn't Cologne. It might have been Cologne, or Dusseldorf. It's somewhere like that. And it was in an arena. Right. There's about 12,000 people watching it. There were different teams of, I think, 4 or 6 players each. There were fireworks going off. There were commentators in between the matches. You get a breakdown of the stats. It was incredible. It was like a giant football game. Counter-Strike, was it? Counter-Strike.
Oh, Counter-Strike. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
But this is huge, man.
Yeah, I really like esports. I'm never really been good enough at games to do that kind of thing. I got a streamer friend who's he's really good at this game Overwatch.
Listen, I know I'm old, but I know Overwatch. Yeah. I'm a Symmetra main.
Yeah.
Until they changed her.
He's top 500 on Xbox in Europe.
Wow. Okay, this guy's a legend then.
And he started Twitch, and he's got he's starting small. He started about a month ago, so but he was in a team, and he's doing proper and I'm all for esports, and I just think it's great. And when I see big tournaments and loads of people going, I really support it. It's just great.
Oh, listen, I don't like sports, right? I'm not a sports fan, so I don't want to sit and watch football or watch rugby or whatever. No. But we were sat there watching what turned out to be Counter-Strike. We were loving it. We watched it about 40 minutes. It was great fun. I really got into it.
Yeah, it's certain games are just great fun to watch.
Here's the question. Here's the question I need to know. This is what I want to do on Twitch next Saturday night, 10:30, twitch.tv/Iain Lee. Follow and subscribe. I know all the language. If you're on Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. Can I stream myself going to bed and falling asleep? Am I allowed to do that, Oliver?
I'm not sure. Oh. I don't really know the rule on that, but I know that you were also asking about the titty thing. And
okay. Yes, maybe I should have phrased it slightly better, knowing there are younger people listening. But yeah, is there an element of female bodily exposure and sexuality about it, or is it more focused on the straight, serious game playing?
Well, I know that I've watched this YouTuber who made a joke about all these so there were Twitch female gamers who were definitely wearing suggestive clothing and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think obviously, as with every kind of business, there's always going to be someone who will suggestively and sexually exploit that element to it.
I just wondered if there were, because on YouTube, hey, listen, man, YouTube is a cesspit. But I wondered if there if there were rules on Twitch that made it, that kind of banned that kind of stuff. But you're not totally sure.
I've never really got into Twitch. I've watched a couple of streams, but I'm really not sure on the rules. Right. I know a lot about the YouTube community guidelines.
Yeah.
Things like that, but no Twitch.
Right.
I'm kind of.
Hey, nice one, Oliver. Thank you so much for giving us a call, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Take care, man. Bye bye. Hey, listen, if the future's people are Oliver, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right, because what a nice guy. Thank you. And it's reminded me. I tell you, it's reminded me. My boys wanted to watch some of my video game streams, and I realised I couldn't show them any of them because of my potty mouth. I couldn't show them any. So I'm making my streams, I'm trying to make them family friendly. It's really difficult. And I'm trying to make this, and it's made me think, well, maybe I need to tweak my language and attitude on the show a little bit. But it's a difficult balance, because I'm also aware it's a late night phone-in show, and, but then we get intelligent young men and women like Oliver phoning up, who's 14, and I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Anyway, it's just some ideas that float around my head. Nigel, stay there. We're coming to you in a second. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
0344 499 1000. Let's shake hands on that one, Boyley. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go all the way to Maidstone. It's in Kent, and it's Nigel. Good evening, Nigel.
Oh, good evening, Iain. All right, another Catherine as well.
Hello, Nigel.
I sorted my bills out. Good news.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
Yeah, and they said I probably won't have to pay any of it because of my bereavement. And they got a counsellor ringing me up tomorrow from the electricity board.
Oh, a counsellor from the electricity board?
Yeah, they deal. The lady I was speaking to do with that, they deal with things to do with bereavement as well.
Brilliant.
So somebody's going to call me and talk to me about the situation.
Brilliant.
Because I told them I got bipolar, which I have, I've had before Mum died as well, bipolar.
Okay, I didn't realise that.
That your trouble with my nerves, and going out and getting up and sleeping and everything, really.
Yeah.
Basically, I've done very well. It's a good job that I spoke to her and didn't leave it any longer, really.
Well, it's always good to get to sort these things out early, otherwise they snowball.
They didn't know anything about. No, they were still in Mum's name, the bills, and because they didn't even know Mum died.
Well, because someone has to tell them. That's the thing. Someone has to tell them.
Someone was supposed to be helping me, but they didn't help me far enough. So I'm glad I sorted it out myself.
There you go.
So I probably won't have to pay the thousands of pounds, just so much a week. It's basically the same.
Well, then there you
before.
go. Isn't that fantastic?
A couple of things. I found some letters of my mum in the drawer.
Yep.
She had a stepbrother in South Africa I didn't know about. I don't know if I told you before. Yes, I've just read the letters and rung this lady back to say that, to tell to tell the lady that Mum's died, and they were talking to one. She was supposed to write back to this stepbrother who's 89 in South Africa, and I was crying over the letters because it really upset me because she'd been writing to this stepbrother. And, understand what I mean. It's like those programmes over on television, Finding
Nemo.
You know? Finding the relative.
Finding your relatives. Who do you think you are?
Right. No, my mum's name was Grimes, the same as Dolly Parton.
No, I mean, that was the name of the programme where they who do you think you are? It's the name of one of the programmes where they find the family.
Nigel from Maidstone.
Aren't you related to Dolly Parton?
I am, yes. Grimes, my mum's side is Grimes, is her other name.
Okay. And Jedward?
And Jedward as well as Grimes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm really upset about it, because, do you understand what I mean, Ian?
I do understand.
It's really hit me. It's really broken my heart that Mum's not here to write back to him. So I'm going to do the writing now because I'm pretty good at doing this. And I've left him. She's going to call me back, the lady who's dealing with the chap in South Africa.
It sounds like you're making a lot of progress.
Yeah, a lot of progress. One other thing I wanted you to help me with before I go in is...
the lyrics to Carrick Fergus. Huh?
No, I wish I could.
No.
I want to get onto Britain's Got Talent just for my mum, to be on telly once at least. So do you know where they're doing the auditions?
I don't know anything about that exploitative piece of trash.
Well, there are free tickets. I went onto the internet to look, and there are free tickets somehow. I think it's in the waveforms.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to help you with that, I'm afraid, Nigel.
But do you think it would be a good thing if I got on there?
Do you want
I think it would.
Well, do you want my honest answer?
Yes. Well, I mean, even if you get 5 minutes of fame on the telly, it's better than
here's the thing. Okay. You have to think, would going on there and possibly getting through to the next round possible, or possibly getting booed and laughed at, which is also possible.
Well, I don't think I would be booed and laughed at because I've got a good voice, haven't I?
Well, but you often see people who are very talented on there getting booed and laughed
at. And there's the drumming. I could always do the drumming as well.
But you do see people who are very talented getting booed and laughed at. And
you have to.
I don't mind being booed and laughed at. Well, it's the trying that is the thing.
It's the what?
It's the trying hard is the thing.
Hey, listen. Okay, here's the thing, right? If you can live with being laughed at by the crowd, and you think...
Of course I can, because not everyone likes everybody. People boo and laugh. People don't always like Miley Cyrus. They run her down with what she wears.
Okay, well, if you let me finish the sentence, Nigel, because you've asked me a question, and I'm giving you my thoughts, right? If you think that you can handle being booed and laughed at, as that is a possibility, and you think that would make your life better...
I really don't.
Nigel, let me finish!
Yeah, sorry,
please, man. If you think you could handle being booed and laughed at, and that would make your life better, then you should do it.
Yes, of course.
Personally, I think it's a terrible programme, and I think it exploits.
Yeah, well, the X Factor is another thing, which a friend of mine went on the X Factor, and he wasn't. He didn't sing as well as me.
Okay.
He was actually an awful singer. I won't say who it is, but he was because he writes songs. He wrote his own songs. He got on there, but he really wasn't a great singer, and I think I stand a better chance than what he did.
Nigel, honestly, you don't stand any chance, because that's not the way the show works. You would not get through the... You would not get... Are we having a conversation or what? Do you want to have a conversation or not? I think you...
Well, you do keep butting in, don't you?
Thanks for calling, Nigel.
And breathe.
Let's go to the ads. Jesus Christ.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
A bit harsh on Nigel there.
I understand why it's frustrating.
My head is bubbling like God knows what. The electric shocks, guys. But maybe it's harsh on Nigel, but there's only so much of his bombast that I can stomach. And we all know that Nigel operates in works in a different office to everybody else, And that's fine. And I think we make allowances for that quite a lot, and certainly, let him get away with stuff that perhaps other callers will be called up on. But there's manners. I don't know. Was that harsh? I don't know.
I think it was.
I was trying to give him a suggestion, and he obviously had no interest in it whatsoever. Listen, if he wants to go on that programme, we all know he's going to get laughed at. We know that, okay? And he's not listening, so we can say this. We know he's going to get laughed at. And I was delicately suggesting that was a strong possibility. We know he's going to get laughed at. If he can live with being laughed at, and for him, the pleasure, the achievement is simply being on television at whatever cost, and that would make him happy, then do it, fine. I think it's a terrible programme that exploits mentally ill people, and, I think it's outrageous. But if he would be happy at the end of that what others would consider a humiliation, then do it. You don't agree?
What I don't like is the idea of him going on there.
Yeah.
And at best case scenario, he's flavour of the month, right? And then the papers start taking the mickey out of him the way that that his Facebook friends do.
Yeah.
Or they go onto his Facebook stream and look at all the stuff on there, and they judge him by...
But if he's happy at the end of that, then that's his trip, man. If he's happy at the end of that, then that's working for him, because he's oblivious to certain frequencies of abuse that others pick up on, then that's fine. But also, I don't no idea why Lane is saying poor Nigel. I can't let people just ride roughshod.
No. No. And the other thing is, he asks you a question.
But we know he never listens to an answer. But I just flip it at that. Let's go to a man I corrupted last night. Ollie. Good evening, Ollie.
Hello, Ian and Kath.
Hi.
Hello. You're asking for young people. Here's another young Oliver.
Well, how old are you?
You usually guess people's ages by their voices.
Hang on, are you Ollie that I was playing with last night?
Yeah.
Well, you're ancient then.
What?
You're not young.
Can you tell from my voice how old I am?
Yeah.
You do it for everyone else. How old?
I don't do it for everyone else. I do it when I'm feeling confident.
Oh.
I reckon you're about 45.
Oh, you... No.
Well,
you're just saying that to upset me.
No, you're 36.
No, I'm 33.
Oh, it's 3 years out. 3 years out. Come on, man. I know that's out of my 2-year window, but you're special circumstances. Because I corrupted Ollie last night. We were streaming last night. We were playing Rainbow Six, and I was basically encouraging him to get involved in a team kill scenario.
Wow, Ollie.
And he did it very, very easily. There was one... Here's the thing, right? Let's get geeky for a second. So it's Rainbow Six where you've got a squad of 5 soldiers and you're on a mission, right, to defend against attack from another 5 soldiers, or you're on the attack, right? So one game, there's a guy, and the game just started, and I didn't like the way he ran towards the target.
Wow.
So
you didn't like the way his computer man ran?
Yeah, didn't like it. I thought it was cocky. There was an arrogance about him, the way he just ran to where we were supposed to go. So I got my gun, shot him in the back.
He was one of your men?
Yeah. Right.
He just went around shooting his own teammates' bums.
I did shoot him. Well, I shot his bum, and then I resuscitated him and said, sorry, I won't do it again. Then he got up and I shot him again and killed him, right? And he was furious. He tried to vote me out of the game, but luckily my team was strong. But I warned my team, which involved Ollie and a guy called Captain Chad and a Spanish guy. What was the Spanish guy called? Rita?
I can't remember, but you also killed him.
I could kill him a lot.
Invited to the team.
Then I invited him to join our killing spree. Anyway, what I said was, the next game when we come back in, this guy is going to try and kill me instantly to get revenge. You've got to protect me. And the idiots did. They all let me run away while they gunned him down. It was carnage.
Wow. How easily you can manipulate people.
Great fun. Great fun.
Ollie, I thought better of you.
Oh, he's terrible. He's going up, and he kept saying the whole thing. He's going, I'm really not very comfortable with this thing.
And he kept pushing me.
2.5 hours of bullying him online to go completely against his video gaming morals.
I looked up the and sleep and stuff.
Yeah, can I sleep on Twitch?
I don't think you can. Like, cloaks everywhere. There's not like a specific rule in the guidelines, but I feel like community managers go, no, you're not allowed to do that.
But why?
Said, can I do a sleeping stream and smoke weed? And he was like, no, you can't do sleeping streams and you can't break the law, I'm afraid.
Well, I don't want to smoke weed. So, hang on, who asked? Who was asked?
A community manager. It was like in a forum, but there are other people. It's like this whole, because they brought in a new thing where you can do. It's called IRL, like in real life, like where you can do non-gaming stuff.
Yeah. Well, Limmy does like chat shows and things.
Yeah, they said you can't do a stream unattended. So
I'll be there. I'll be there.
If you can't, the technical thing is, if you can't talk in chat, then you are unattended. You're not.
So what happened? All right. I'm feeling rebellious. What happens if I do it? What are they going to do? Take away my affiliate status?
Yeah. Are you prepared for that, though?
Well, is that what they'll? Hang on. What is that? What they'll do?
I don't know. They might just suspend your account for a tiny bit.
They'll give you a warning first, surely. They won't just wait in.
Well, after my first team kill last night, I got suspended for 30 minutes.
You've got form then.
Yeah. And then for an hour.
Yeah, for an hour. The last one was for an hour. Went on another spree and got booted out for an hour. Well, that's bullshine then.
I think there's a whole lot of things with Twitch, because there's like people, the whole headline stuff like, oh, people died, because there was the whole thing with, like you have to keep on doing stuff to get your partner status.
Yeah.
So people just kept on like doing sort of like major long streams. So people did like 72-hour streams, and then
they died.
Yeah, there are some people who died from over streaming. So they've had to like limit it. So
if anyone at home is over streaming, please seek medical advice immediately.
Is that the official cause of death? Over streaming.
I think it's like just exertion, because they just kept on pushing themselves.
But there'll be no exertion in this. I'll be asleep.
It'd be the opposite. It'd be the safest stream ever.
Well, can I?
I think they find it a bit pervy. I think that's the whole thing.
You think?
There's nothing perverted about it. I will not be touching myself.
How do you know?
I'll tape my hands up. I'll wear mittens if I have to. I've not got a problem with that.
They're very protected. Like, there's loads of games you can't play. Like, there's a game that I really like called Genital Jousting.
Wow.
You can't play that on Twitch. It's like the multiplayer was. Look up Genital Jousting. It's a really good party game.
Say it again?
How often do you play with this guy?
Like once, never again. I didn't know. I could hear him do something in the background. Right. I didn't know. I heard someone crying. Okay. Yeah, you're weird. So I can't stream I can't stream my performance art on Twitch.
No, I don't think so. Sorry.
Oh man.
Oh, that's the end of that then.
Well, I'll do it on YouTube, and Twitch can kiss my ass.
They might be able to, actually, on YouTube, yeah, because they allow general out.
Hang on a minute. Whoa, Ollie doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. You might be able to do it on YouTube. Mate, I've done it on YouTube already!
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Flipping heck, Ollie!
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, get lost, loser.
I think the genital jousting's gone to your head.
Well, so that guy doesn't know anything, so maybe I can do it on Twitch.
I would try and then feign ignorance when you get busted.
Oh, can we get one of the sad sacks that runs this ridiculous online streaming service on this show to tell me the goddamn rules?
Thing is, if they tell you the rules, then you can't pretend you didn't know when you do it anyway.
So, lot of talk about my kids today, because I was with them this weekend, and we're not going to get into the heavy shiz until later. We might not even do the heavy shiz. Who cares? You don't care. Why would you care about my miserable life? But, so we're at the Roald Dahl Museum, and my wife was there, and it's the two boys, and we're having some food. And I can't remember how the conversation got round to it, but my eldest son, who will be 9... in January, I don't know how it got. He said something like, and if I don't get it, I'm going to kill Father Christmas.
Wow.
Whoa! Oh, whoa! And I said, whoa, dude, are you insane? Talking like that? You know he's like making his list now. He's doing 2 lists. One is for naughty people and one is for nice people. That's going to get you straight on the naughty list. Are you crazy? You can't... You're talking about killing Father Christmas? He said, actually, he's been a bit feisty. He said, actually, it doesn't matter. and by the way, what I'm about to say is not true, okay? But this is what my son said. It doesn't matter. Father Christmas is dead anyway. I know, because Mummy does his shopping for him. What? I said, dude, what? He said, yeah, Father Christmas died. I said, where did you hear this?
Sam, it's not true, don't worry.
And he said that he'd heard that Father Christmas... No, he said he knew that Father Christmas had died because he saw his younger brother ask for a specific robot, and then he saw his mummy, looking up the robot on her iPhone. So if Father Christmas was going to make it, why was Mummy looking it up on her iPhone? And I said, well, dude, she just wants to know what you guys are into so that she can speak other language. And also, if you remember, eldest son, this is where I got him a little bit. If you remember, you've already got that robot. So if she was going to be buying it for you, why would she be looking it up on the phone when you've already got one? And here's the other thing, boy. I was on a roll here. So here's the other thing, right? So you get Christmas presents from Father Christmas, and you get Christmas presents from us. Why would Mum do that? By the way, I'm totally out of this. He doesn't think he doesn't put me into this scenario yet. I said, you get presents from Father Christmas and presents from me and your mum, right? If she was responsible for the Father Christmas presents, why would she be getting you presents as herself? It'll be one or the other. He was on the back foot then. He looked a little bit confused, and he's going, yeah, well, I think he's dead, and I think it's Mummy. I said, well, I think you need to have a think about thinking, because your thinking is stinking.
And I told you what you need to say to him.
Go on.
Don't believe in him. He's not going to come, is he?
Yeah, exactly. And if he doesn't believe in him this year, he won't get any presents from Father Christmas. It's as simple as that. But it was one of those moments where it was the killing Father Christmas was a little bit extreme. It was like flipping it, man. That's heavy.
It was an escalation.
But it was one of those moments where he's going to be 9 in January, right? So we're on the cusp. We're on the cusp, you know. And I think it might be slightly different for little boys than it is for little girls. I think it might be. Well, maybe I'm wrong. But we're on the cusp of that little bit of magic perhaps disappearing for a while, okay? But the very fact that he phrased it in the way that Father Christmas is dead, because some kids go around saying Father Christmas doesn't exist, which is insane talk, right? The fact that he phrased it, well, Father Christmas is dead. And in his head, he's got this narrative of Father Christmas has died, and so his mum has to, my son's mum has to fill in Father Christmas's job, otherwise there's no present. Indicates to me there's still quite a bit of magic in there. Mm-hmm. The fact that he's suggesting that Father Christmas has died says to me, well, we got quite a bit of magic in there. That's still quite a magical thing to hang on to.
My little girls get a letter from Father Christmas every Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah.
Telling them to go to bed early, but also saying, you know, what he's noticed them doing over the year or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe I could put a word in and maybe Father Christmas could respond to this death threat.
Death threat? Outrageous.
I mean, it's easily done. I just need to put in a word.
Of course he says, I'm going to kill Father Christmas. I wanted to burst into laughter, but I had to go into full horror. What is this, man?
To be honest, many have tried. All have failed.
To kill Father Christmas?
Yeah. There's some sickos out there on the naughty list.
I'm dreading this Christmas. This will be the first Christmas. This will be the first Christmas. Oh, man, I'm dreading it. Oh, I can't think of anything.
You've had some rough Christmases before.
Yeah, there was that one when I murdered Father Christmas. I didn't.
Missed.
Obviously, we all know that Father Christmas is real, and we all know, more importantly, that Father Christmas is alive and is well and is probably chuckling away at my number one son's ridiculous death threat.
Yeah.
And
while taking a present out of his sack.
Exactly. That's what's going on there. This is the late night alternative, dear listener. If you want to give us a call, you'd be very, very welcome to. We just sit here and we talk a load of rubbish. First hour was rocket fueled. Second hour, a little bit tubby. Third hour, who knows? We just don't know. We just don't know which way this is going to go, guys. It's kind of dictated to by you, dear listener. You give us a call and we can talk about anything you want. 0344 499 1000. The switchboard is empty for the first time in tonight's show, so if you phone up, you'll get on straight after midnight. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You can tweet us as well at Iain Lee, IAIN. LEE. Please don't make me explain about Ian's, who spell it incorrectly, being sexual deviant, sex criminals, actually, to take it to its conclusion. IANs are sexual criminals, perverts of the lowest order, or flipping Kath, with Kath with a K. But the best way is to give us a call. Whatever, who cares? 0344 499. And I just realised I'm just filling. Let's just go to the ad, sod it.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Well, I'm not the kind to kiss and tell, but I've been seen with fire up. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine, I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone past with a girl named Bo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine. It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances. I die for living in the movies and TV. But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall building. I might roll a brand new car, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that made Redford such a star. I've never spent much time in school, but I taught ladies plenty. It's true, I hire my body out for pay. Hey, hey, I've gotten burned over Cheryl Teague's, blown up for Raquel Welch. But when I wind up in the hay, it's only hay. Hey, hey, I might jump an open drawbridge or Tarzan from a vine, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that makes Eastwood look so fine.
0344 499 1000 here every Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock at night. Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle. The most unlistened to late night radio phone-in show anywhere on your radio dial. Guys, your radio dial. You can call in about anything you want. What have we talked about tonight, Catherine?
We talked about all kinds of stuff. We've talked about being ambidextrous. Oh, yeah, we started talking about polyamory, didn't we?
We talked about ambidextrous.
No, we were saying it was omnidextrous because we were talking about polyamory. Do you remember at the beginning?
Yep.
Mandeep having manly problems.
Erections.
We talked about those idiots that burnt the Grenfell effigy. We've talked about surrogate grandparents and sort of writing your own rules when it comes to families.
There we go. 0344 499 1000. If you want to call in about any of that stuff or anything else. Good evening, Elaine.
Hello.
Hey, Elaine, what have you got for us tonight?
If you need proof for your son that Father Christmas does exist...
Yes, please. I need any evidence I can muster.
Well, every year, I mean, my sons do this every year at Christmas Eve for 24 hours.
Yeah.
There's a website that NASA provide.
Oh,
NORAD.
Yes, we like this.
They do the Santa tracker, and you can watch him and see where he's going and dropping all his parcels all over.
Yes, we do that, and also where the boys live, anyway. If you listen very carefully, you can kind of hear the sleigh bells sort of going overhead.
Yeah.
You've got to listen very carefully, but it happens, and it can't be me or their mum because we're in the room with them. So I don't know how. It's obviously Father Christmas.
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
It's a funny old. It's a funny old thing, isn't it? The whole Father Christmas thing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, my sons are like they're nearly 16 now, and they still, even now, every year they'll go on to the computer and they're like, oh, where's Father Christmas now?
Because it's magic, and we all need a little bit of magic in our lives.
Yeah, we do, definitely.
Yeah. How's your Christmas looking, Elaine? Have you thought that far ahead? It's next month, isn't it? Flipping next month.
I know. I'm trying not to be honest.
Yeah.
It just comes around far too quickly now. It doesn't feel like 3 months since the last one.
No, I know, isn't it just... Oh, man alive. Well, Elaine, listen, thank you very much for that. That's an excellent tip for those who don't know about it. It's a good little thing to have a look at, so thank you for that.
Okay.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, bye.
There we go. You see, what a nice lady. Did you say you had a story? What did you have?
I've got loads.
Go on then, let's have a story.
I've got one about the man who beat Ryanair.
Yeah.
I've got one about blinkers for humans.
Yeah, go on, let's have it.
That'll cost you £200. All right, here's one then. So
Yes.
if you've got an annoying colleague who puts you off your work repeatedly...
Yeah, I see what that was, yes.
You can
dig
spend...
at Sam there, who's only a young lad. He's just starting out in the business of show.
And if you've got £200 handy, then Panasonic have an idea that might be able to help you.
Yes.
It's created horse blinkers for humans to help workers avoid distracting colleagues in the office.
Okay, yeah.
So the idea is...
£200?
Yeah, £200 device narrows your field of vision using a horseshoe-shaped wall of dark material.
Oh, no, is that the same as dark matter?
Dubbed the Wear Space.
Well, hang on a minute, it just looks like an eye mask on back to front.
Yeah, it does. It looks
For £200?
Yeah, it looks
From
like something's been
Panasonic, the stereo people.
strapped behind the back of your head. The Wear Space, it features noise-cancelling headphones to ensure nearby conversations don't hinder your concentration. I know one colleague who could easily break that.
Yeah, who?
You know who I'm talking
I
about.
don't know who you're talking about. Who?
I love that one.
Oh, flipping heck, Jesus. Shut up!
She could do that next door. We'd still
Shut up! Just shut up! Please, stop talking! For God's sakes! Shut up!
That time she's not even talking to her, she's on the phone, but you feel like, you know...
She's on the phone at home. And the office here is reverberating. Please, stop! Please, stop.
She's a proper
breathing.
window rattler. So anyway, we can get a couple of these. Dubbed the Wear Space, it also features noise-cancelling headphones to ensure nearby conversations don't hinder your concentration.
Yes.
The headset instantly creates a boundary with the surroundings. I mean, it makes you look like an idiot. No one wants to talk to you.
We all need boundaries in our lives.
And provides a psychological personal space, according to its designers.
Hang on, it provides a what, sorry?
Psychological personal space.
Or as I like to call it, a bullshit. A bullshit barrier.
I mean... I'm just about used to the massive headphones that people walk around wearing, right?
I would be
this is something else.
I would be stood behind that guy doing that, doing the coffee beans.
The gadget was built at Panasonic's Future Life Laboratory in collaboration with fashion designer who's having a laugh, Kunihigo Morinaga. They say that as well as blocking distractions, the headset also indicates to colleagues you do not wish to be disturbed. You think?
My demeanour indicates that, and yet you'd still get, them doing that.
Wear Space's dark grey material wraps around the back of the head and can be adjusted so the wearer can only see their computer and keyboard. I mean...
I want to see flowers, I want to see the moon, I want to see beauty, I want to see a twinkle in a new lover's eye, I want to see a baby weeing, I want to see all wonderful, magical things, not a computer and a tablet.
God, it's just awful. It weighs just 300 grams, about the same as a can of soup. Again, not something I want on my head.
£200 though.
200 quid.
That's cheap. That's cheap for a...
Just get yourself a cardboard box and stick a hole in it.
Yeah, that's true.
No one will talk to you when you're wearing that either.
That is true. That is very true. I was trying to stream wearing a balaclava this weekend, a proper woolen one, but it's very, very hot. Very hot. It's a similar kind of vibe there. You can't wear a balaclava anymore because the flipping IRA... So this is one of the many, many things. I mean, obviously it's quite low down the list of the terrible things they did, but it's still on that list. You cannot now wear a black balaclava, not a balaclava helmet, a black balaclava with just eye holes and mouth holes because people think you are a terrorist. I'm not a terrorist. I just have a cold face.
You might be an armed robber.
I have a cold face.
But your lips and eyes are fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. What clothing... Is it now frowned upon? There we go. This is it. This is the end of the show. I knew there was a phone in somewhere. It's only going to be slightly offensive. So, clothing that you can now, for whatever reason, no longer wear. Balaclava 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Don't careful.
I was wearing a hoodie today, right? But I'm probably over the age where it's acceptable to wear it.
Do you remember when they banned hood? But
you couldn't have your hood up.
That's rubbish.
But when I was a kid, we never put our hoods up.
Well, when I was a kid, we didn't have hoods. We had body warmers Or as they're called now, gilets.
Yeah, the gilet.
Gilet. It's a body warmer.
Yeah.
It's a jacket without sleeves. I used to love my body warmer. I might start getting some more body warmers. But then I look like a guy that wears gilets. I'm not. I'm wearing body warmers. Kiss it. I used to love them when I was a kid. I had loads.
You can't wear them anymore, mate.
Yes, I can. I'm
No,
going to order one. Right.
You'll look like one of those dads from your kid's school.
All right.
You have to put a rugby shirt underneath and have your collar popped.
I'm going to...
Don't.
the Gap.
I'm right, aren't I? Next thing you'll be wearing flipping salmon jeans. Don't. Salmon jeans, there's another one.
I'm going to the Gap.
Don't.
And I'm finding...
Don't. Listen, wait till you've had your medication. Stop!
No, I'm doing it.
Don't do it.
I'm doing it.
Don't do it, mate.
I'm just looking. You carry on doing your...
No, I'm not going to...
You talk to Carol.
No,
Go on.
I can't.
You talk to Carol.
No, I can't. I can't stop.
Hello, Carol.
Hello, Ian. How you doing?
They cost about 70 quid.
That's that out then.
Oh, no, there's one there for 30.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
I've called in to suggest a guest for you to contact.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah.
Her name is, I don't know if you've come across her before, but it kind of fits with a few things that have been going on tonight.
Yeah.
Her name is Ginger Gentile, and she's making a film called Erasing Family.
Right, yeah, go on.
And she's on Facebook, and she's an American lady.
Who is she? What does she do? Who is she?
She's, what she's doing is making a film about children of divorce where the one partner badmouths the other partner, and the child ends up with only kind of an erased parent.
Yeah.
She made a film in Argentina called Erasing Dad. Because in Argentina, the mother always got custody of the children in their law. And as a result of the film, the law has been changed in Argentina to allow
a law
either
changing
parent.
movie. Here's the thing. I don't really want to talk to and appreciate the suggestion. But I'm going to stop you there because the thought of I don't really want to talk to someone about kids of divorced parents at this particular junction in my life.
That's fair enough.
If
It's
that
just
makes sense.
I thought for the future.
Yeah, maybe at some point in the
film's
future.
coming out in 2019.
I'm going to be dead then.
No, you're not.
It might be. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
But yeah, I just thought it's a serious problem.
Yep.
That's damaging children's lives because they've only got one parent who's and the parent they're living with is eased out the other one.
Yeah.
And
it's a big problem. Like I said, I don't really want to be talking about the kids of divorced
But
parents
I
at the
love
moment.
I love hearing about your kids and how they're getting on.
They're getting on very,
and
very
I
well.
would like to be a volunteer auntie to anybody that you were talking about grandparents earlier on. And
well, hang on a second, because that is actually a great suggestion, and I think I know someone who you could be a volunteer auntie for. Sam, could you come on the microphone for a second, please?
Hello.
Sam, have you got... What is that buzzing?
It's this microphone. It's rubbish.
Have you got aunties and uncles?
I do, yes.
But you hate them?
Can't stand them.
So, how would you like a horny... how would you like an auntie... how would you like an auntie that also is a glamour model?
It depends. How good are you at buying presents, Carol?
I'm pretty good, but I have a reference because I met a lady 4 days before Christmas and nothing was going on for my Christmas, and she invited me to her house.
Oh, yeah.
And my kids love her, and her youngest one is only 2, bless her, and she calls me Grandma.
Right. I'm getting confused.
And I love it.
Okay, I'm getting confused. Are you grandma to these strangers' kids, or are you auditioning to be Sam's
I'm not
auntie?
Strange. I can do everything.
Who said I didn't say you were
talented?
I didn't say you were strange, but no. But
I think I'm strange.
You just said right. You just okay. Well, here's the. Do you want to be Sam's aunt?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, go on then, do it. Auntie him now.
What? When's your birthday, Sam?
It's the 3rd of July.
3rd of July?
Yeah.
What kind of things are you interested in? I need to know what sort of presents.
So you've already got problems now.
What?
I can't stand people like that. You know, the whole point of buying presents, you've got to figure out yourself.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I'll have to meet up with you then and we'll go shopping. Because what I do is I think of people as I see things, and if I see something and a person's name pops in my head, I'll buy it for them.
Okay. Well, next time you go shopping and you see something and think of me, send it my way.
Like cats or animals.
Do you like cats, Sam? You're a cat kind of guy?
I like all sorts of animals, yeah. Just an animal person.
Send him a cat, Carol.
Well, I'll be on my own then. I can't send him mine. She's a right grumpy thing.
Okay, thanks very much for your call. Me neither. 03... Sorry, Sam, but you've now got a new aunt and...
I'm an auntie and it's not all about buying presents. It's also about embarrassing.
Yeah. And I'm an uncle, and I'm an uncle for teenagers, and it's about
They're
being...
not teenagers, are they?
Dylan's 13, yeah. Dylan's 13. Pepper's not far off. And it's, and it's about being... an adult role model in their life that isn't their dad.
Yeah.
You know, they don't come to you that. I mean, it doesn't come to me that often, but he can say stuff to me that he would struggle to say to his dad, and his dad's cool with that, and I'm very, very cool with that. And also, I tell you what, as well, is I quite often we talked a lot about video games tonight. That's where I'm at the moment. Is I quite often play video games with Dylan online, and we have a great time. His dad can't really do that, and so I get to do that, and we have a great time, and he likes it because I sometimes come across as a cool uncle, and so that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about, Sam. If you want Carol to play video games with you online, you've got to give her your gamer tag.
I threatened to put one of my nephews on a rocket last night and launch him.
That'll learn him.
Yeah.
0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
What's going on with Lane? Why is he being a dick? Why is Lane being a dick tonight? Why you call him my mate Sam a twat? That's a bit out of order, man. What are you doing that for? The second one. It's a yellow card. Second tweet. We think, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Chill out. If it's not working for you, switch it off, man. Hey, Maddie.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm scared.
Why are you scared? Because of Kath's
I want Carol
fearsome...
to my auntie. She's awesome.
You want Carol?
I want Carol to be my auntie.
Oh.
She sounds just the sort of auntie that a girl needs.
God, no, really?
Well, do you know what? She's bonkers as my mother.
Oh, there you go. That would explain it. Well, maybe we can instead. I know we're advertising internet dating.
No, I don't want. I don't want a man.
Well, no.
I've got a dog. I don't need a man.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe if I could finish a sentence, we might get to where I was going with it.
Sorry.
That's quite all right. I know that we are advertising internet dating. Well, maybe we could open it up to internet.
I want a granny and a grandma, and I'd like an auntie as well.
Start the sentence again, and this time I see.
I'd like a grandma.
Okay.
And an auntie.
Okay. Is this Nigel calling in? Can we check? Is this Nigel's number? You do it. You talk to Maddie.
Right.
Hello.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, what's the deal?
What's the deal?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's going to be a deal unless I get chocolate. No, I was just listening to Carol, and she sounds a little bit bonkers, but a bit awesome. And I was just thinking it'd be quite nice to have an auntie like Carol, because she wants to be somebody's auntie, or a grandma, or I don't want a man though. I don't want internet dating.
All right, that's sorted then.
So, but I'm all over that. I'd like a grandma, or Auntie Carol would be good.
Carol, if you're listening, we've got one for you.
Okay.
Thanks, Maddie.
Okie dokie. But what do I need to do now?
You do it, Kath, please.
Oh, what you need to do is go and turn your radio off.
I'll turn my radio off. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
What is wrong with people? Why is no one listening? Why can't I get a flipping sentence out? I'm not in the mood for it tonight, and I can't get a sentence out. What have you got, Catherine?
Old wives' tales. Old wives' cures for common health complaints that actually work. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, go on.
2 in 5 mums use old wives' treatment to treat their kids' ailments, research shows, such as putting raw meat on a wart. Surely not. Rubbing a wedding ring on a sty or using breast milk to clear up conjunctivitis.
The wedding ring is because it's a bit of metal, isn't it? It's supposed to be gold, isn't it? A bit of gold. It's supposed to be that does it.
I know, but breast milk in someone's eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's good. That is good for a sty, isn't it?
It's for conjunctivitis.
Oh, I thought it was for a sty. What? Oh no, the wedding ring's for the sty.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's supposed to be gold. Gold is supposed to have some thing in it that gets rid of it. What is a sty? That's just like a bit of dirt that's grown under the skin, isn't it, or something?
I thought it was like a spot on your eye.
It's not a spot.
Lid underneath.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not like what we would
it's a lump,
consider.
Isn't it?
It's a lump, but isn't it? It's a bit of dirt that's got under the skin, I think, isn't it?
But apparently, right, don't put meat on your verrucas or warts.
Certainly
but
don't eat it afterwards. That would be...
Duct tape apparently works.
Oh, that's because it just stops the oxygen getting to it.
So covering warts with duct tape works better than freezing them off, according to a study published in the Archives of Paediatrics and Adolescent Medicine.
Yeah.
In the study, the duct tape zapped 85% of warts after 2 months. 2 months with duct tape on. Compared with 60% with the freezing method. Clean the area, cut a piece of duct tape slightly bigger than the wart and stick it on firmly. Every 3 days, take the tape off, file down the dead skin with a pumice stone or nail file and repeat until the wart disappears. Flipping heck. Smelly feet.
Yeah.
Vodka, apparently.
Oh, just get drunk so you don't notice it. That sounds like a plan.
You wipe them with a vodka-soaked dishcloth. Same principle as rubbing alcohol. It destroys the odour-causing fungus.
What's the one where you're supposed to... is it warts where you're supposed to wee on your hands? Is it warts? I think it's warts. You're supposed to wee on them.
I know there's something in urine that's supposed to soften your skin.
Well, yeah, we know that. But I thought it was warts you're supposed to wee on your hands. And it's supposed to get rid of them. I don't know.
Listerine for blisters.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Banana peel for bruises.
Yeah. Yep.
A torch for splinters. Skin is translucent, so shining a torch lets you see the angle the splinter is at and how deep it is. All right, fair enough.
Well, it doesn't get it out, though.
No.
That's rubbish.
Pop it out. Olive oil for earache. I've heard that before.
Oh, my mum did that with boiling olive oil. Put boiling olive oil in my ears, and it was the most horrendous thing ever.
Ground pepper for cuts.
Yeah.
Apparently it's got antibacterial properties, which would suggest it's helpful for healing. God. An onion for wasp stings. Vinegar for swimmer's ear. Ginger for travel sickness. And sugar cubes for hiccups. That's just sucking, though, isn't it?
Speaking of sucking, pedo Gary Glitter...
Oh, my God.
...has been moved to a jail so cushy it has a pond filled with expensive koi cup. Well, that will make me think that he's getting ready for release in the next 2-3 years. If he's moved to a thing. Let's read on, because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The prison, housing only sex offenders, also has a giant chess set on its lawns. Giant chess sets on lawns. That's not decadent. You can't play with them. You can't play with them. They're rubbish. And a mini farm with ducks. Well, those ducks better watch out. There are personal trainers in the gym and an all-weather five-a-side pitch. Inmates get TVs and tea-making facilities in their cells, and keys to the doors so they can walk around freely day or night. This is insane. This is insane. A source said they have special privileges as they are older prisoners deemed to be well behaved. Here we go, spot on. Glitter, 74, was sentenced to 16 years in 2015 for abusing 3 young girls, raping 3 young girls, and is believed to be due for release in 3.5 years. We were spot on. There you go. The glam rock star, real name Paul Gadd, was moved from the Isle of Wight to Category C jail, the Verne, on the Isle of Portland, Dorset. What is it with these island prisons? And these are like British Alcatraz. The former Immigration Removal Centre currently holds around 120 sex offenders. Dear God, that's a lot of sex offenders. That is a lot of sex offence.
That's perv heavy.
But will house 650. Flipping heck. When £3.3 million worth of building work is finished. 650 sex offenders all in the same place. Dear God. They must think they've landed in heaven, mustn't they? Because, they're Well, I don't need to suggest what might be going on there, but it'll be ripe pickings, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Last night, the Minister of Justice said, as with all closed prisons, strict security measures are in place. So it's a closed prison as opposed to an open prison. Well, I mean, it's a strange old story. This story is to get us all angry about sex offenders and glitter and stuff. Okay, well, that's...
Well, the fact is, you can't keep them in prison forever.
Cut their balls off!
And no one's on bread and water these days.
Cut their balls off! They'd probably get turned on at the thought of having the balls cut off and being fed bread and water. I'd hang them, but that would probably turn them on as well, the sick perverts. Electric chair probably get them excited as well, dirty bastards. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Late night conversation worth losing sleep over. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Here we go. Here's a story. Here's a story. Look at this. This is a story. Thank you to Matt for this. This is from the Metro, one of Britain's greatest free newspaper, free underground, and by underground I mean the train line newspapers, the Metro. An alien civilization, this is in the paper, so this is true. An alien civilization sent a spaceship to investigate Earth, and we mistook it for an asteroid. Astronomers from one of the world's top universities have suggested. Harvard. No, not Harvard. 2 Harvard stargazers have published a paper which seeks to explain why asteroid Oumuamua, asteroid Oumuamua, a cigar-shaped object which sped through the solar system last year. Oh, by the way, I worked out something about the universe that no one else has worked out before.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a genius. So when we went to New York, we went to the planetarium and we watched a film narrated by Dr. Neil deGrasse Street. Narrated by the kids from Degrassi Junior High, which is the American equivalent of Brian Cox. And he said that for billions and billions and billions and billions, because the universe is expanding, right? We know that, right? So for billions and billions of years, the universe was expanding at exactly the same speed. And then, in the last 5,000 years, it's just started slowing down, and no one knows why. I know why.
Why?
I know why. It's obvious. And I tell you where I got it from, right? Watching fireworks. That's what fireworks do, right? Big explosion, everything's moving. And then at the end, it just slows down. Fireworks. It's Lee's firework theory. The universe is one great firework, expanding, and then just towards the end, before it dies, it slows down.
Running out of energy.
Running out of energy is what I was about to say. It's my theory. You can't have it. Get stuff. By the way, nearly set fire to the house on Saturday night. Did a firework display in the garden. Did it way too close to the house. I mean, way too close to the house. And also, with a lot of these fireworks, you've got to bury them. Bury them halfway, bury them a third, bury them. That seemed like such a faff. So I just rested them on the lawn. Well, what happens is when you light them and then wind blows them, they fall over. And then if they're pointed at the house where you're stood, the fireworks come straight at you. It doesn't have an auto-right mechanism. It comes straight at you. So I'm stood there with the boys, and a firework went off and it came right past us. And I went, these are my exact words to the boys. Shit, get inside now. And we ran in and we shut the door. And then the door was getting pelted with fireworks. It was the most exciting thing I've ever been involved in my life, nearly killing my children. 2 Harvard stargazers have published a paper which seeks to explain why asteroid Oumuamua, a cigar-shaped object which sped through the solar system last year...
It looks like a winnet.
...accelerated and changed direction as it shot past humanity's home planet. Does that mean Earth?
Mm.
Right, that's stupid. Shmuel Bialy and Abraham Loeb from the Harvard Smithsonian Center, you may have heard of Harvard from watching America on the television, for astrophysics suggested the elongated asteroid might have an artificial origin. Oumuamua may be a fully operational probe sent intentionally to Earth vicinity by an alien civilization. This is proof, if proof need be. Prove 'em. They wrote, their research suggests several explanations for the formation of Oumuamua, which is regarded as a new class of space object. It sped past Earth and looped around our sun at 196,000 miles per hour and was about half a mile long. The object was so unusual that NASA said it had never seen a natural object with such extreme proportions in the solar system before. Initially, the fact Oumuamua appeared to speed up led astronomers to suggest it was a comet. These icy objects accelerate due to a process called outgassing, where they fart. But in their paper, the Harvard stargazers ruled out the possibility it was an active comet. They proposed it was powered along by solar radiation pressure produced from the sun, but went on to make more exotic suggestions to explain its acceleration. They suggest it might have been a type of spaceship called a light sail. We need some... hang on a minute. We need a little bit of the old appropriate music. Jesus! That was not what I was expecting at all. I was expecting this. Here we go. Right, so here we go. The pair suggested it may have been a type of spaceship called a light sail, featuring a large and very thin sheet that is blown along through space by the light produced by stars. When it travelled through the solar system, it was tumbling end over end, which could also mean it was a piece of space wreckage left behind by aliens. Considering an artificial origin, one possibility is that Oumuamua is a light sail floating in interstellar space as a debris from an advanced technological equipment, the astronomers continued. They said alien civilizations may jettison used cargo ships, resulting in space debris, that's how you say it, I just said it naturally there. We were worrying about that last week, and now we've got it. That looks a lot like this asteroid. Well, there's your evidence if you needed it. Scientists from America's Harvard University have proven that it was in fact a spaceship travelling through space.
It looks like a space baguette.
And screw you, Nigel James, you absolute... Nigel James.
Not again.
Nigel James.
He wants some more, does he?
Nigel James, screw you and sue you. I will be screwing you and suing you. You absolute scumbag. You, who's the guy that steals our ideas on Radio 1?
Scott.
What's his last name?
Mills.
You Scott Mills of the lowest order. You're a scumbag and you're dead to me. This is Nigel James. And I'm going to read his tweet out because it shows him to not only be a thief, but an idiot. Right? This is a tweet exactly as it's written. At Iain Lee. Old wives' cures. Love it. That's my content sorted for in the morning. Thanks. At Iain Lee. He's atted me twice in the same tweet, as well as admitting that he's going to steal the content from this show and do it. Listen, steal it, right?
I nicked it from the paper.
If you can sleep, if your conscience allows you to sleep, right? Oh, by the way, Nigel, how's tonight's show going? Is it a good show or is it a bad show? I need to know. I need your opinion because you know. If you can sleep knowing that you've stolen content from me, then so be it. But the balls of you to tell me you're going to do it?
Oh, man.
Bond Nigel, at Bond Nigel, is the scumbag thief. Report that tweet, everybody. Let's get this guy off Twitter, and then report his show to Ofcom. Let's get him off the airwaves. And then, I don't know if he's in social housing. If he is, let's report him to the council. Let's get him off the housing ladder. And then when he's a homeless, let's report him to the police. Let's get him off the streets. And then... well, the next step is death, and I don't actually want to go that far. Not for a second.
You want to destroy him.
I want to destroy his life, but I want him to be alive to suffer.
Know he's being destroyed.
I want him to suffer.
Right.
I want him to feel it. I don't want him dead. I don't want him dead. And I'm not winking as I'm saying that. I literally do not want him dead. But I want his life to be made a misery as he is making my life a misery. At Bon Nigel, you are scum. You are scumbag. You are scum of the earth. And I'm not bothered by you. You mean nothing to me. You don't faze me. You don't. Your abject thievery buggery means nothing to me. You do not in any way pose a threat to me. I don't feel threatened by it. No. I'm not angry. I'm sad. I'm sad that scumbags like you are allowed to breathe the same air that heroes, that Pride of Britain winners like me breathe.
I'm a bit sad for radio, that the radio's going to get that. Quite a boring article, I'm going to admit it. As I was reading it, I was thinking, God, this is boring. They're going to get it again, but this time in Nigel's voice.
Yeah.
As if it wasn't bad enough the first time. Hey, I've got a story about a pervert. Do you want it?
Oh, yes, I do! And by the way,
news.
I'm being followed by a performance artist, Millicent Binks. Thank you, Millicent. Performance artist, that's the world I want to get into. I'm in.
A woman who sold some towels on eBay was horrified when the buyer sent her a picture of his penis.
What the heck?
Yes. Katie G, 37, flogged the black cotton towels for £12 to DJ Rory Hayes. Oh, my God.
Uh-oh.
I've seen a lot more of Rory than I needed to. She then got a message from him saying that she looked like an incredibly beautiful, highly seductive lady.
Here we go.
In the picture that went with her eBay ad. Katie thanked him for his purchase and pointed out the picture was a model and not her. A few days later, he messaged again with a picture showing him naked from the waist up with one of her towels around his middle.
What a crazy, romantic guy. He's just in love.
Katie said, I assumed he was just showing off his abs, which were quite chiselled.
He's fit. He's a fit guy.
I know, but look at that old lady bathroom he's standing in. OK, so this is how the romance continued.
Yep.
From him. So I just replied with honesty. Looks like you take pride in your health, which is good. But climbing instructor Katie of Burnley was astonished to get a reply showing a naked Rory proudly displaying his genitalia.
Let's have a look at his winkle. Let's see what kind of rating we're going to leave him on eBay.
Actually, The Sun has followed up with a load of pictures of Katie. I mean, not that she was doing this on eBay, but they've found loads of pictures of Katie standing sort of in a vest and doing the sort of selfie poses. But we don't actually see any. Let me just check.
Well,
there's no pixelation.
That's sexist Britain. That's the matriarchy in practice. We're looking at that story through the female gaze. That is everything that is wrong with this society. And one day, brothers, his penis is a big black rectangle. He's a white guy. They've pixelated it out again. The matriarchy in full progress. Shame on you, women. One day.
Anyway, he's been suspended from eBay from carrying on like that.
Well, guy's just having a bit of fun.
A message read, hope you like, hee. Katie said...
Me like him, me love it.
He's obviously looking for gratification, but he's not got it from me. It's concerning this can happen. Yeah, look, then the Sun's done these pictures of her.
Of her bum? Of her bum and her boobs?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is not from eBay. I don't know where they've got these from.
It's the matriarchy.
And then...
Nice bum and boobs.
With the suggestion being, yeah, get a load of that.
And then it scrolls down to an advert
for the bizarre camel toe underwear that originated in Asia and is available on eBay.
There you go. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Uncut after-hours conversation for the up all-night generation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
The Spice Girls are back together, which is great. I love the Spice Girls. I'm very excited. And then some people are going, yeah, but it's not really the Spice Girls without Posh Spice. Yes, it is. I saw the Spice Girls with Posh Spice the last time around that they did it. She was rubbish. She didn't do anything. There was a bit where they all did like a solo song, one of the solo hits, right? I like all the solo. It was good. And so they all came out and they did their songs, and it was fun. And then Posh Spice's bit. She didn't do her song with with Dubstepper. That was quite a good song.
Proud of your mind.
That's quite a good song. That
with what's his name?
Dwayne Chambers. No. Anyway, but she didn't do that. What she did was she just walked up and down the promenade like she was doing a catwalk. That was her solo spot. So no, she will not be missed. The other four are the ones that sang and are the great ones.
Oh, listen, I like them all, and I think she's got her values as well, and I think it's easy to knock her. But yeah, I'd see him. I'd see the
four of them. I wouldn't see. I don't know if I'd go and see a three. I think a three is a little bit plum. Call it a Spice Girls if you're calling it, whatever. But no, she doesn't add anything to the shows. Yeah, you want to see all five, of course you do. But she didn't add anything to the show that I saw. So I would go and see the four of them. I won't, though, of course, because tickets go on sale at 10 o'clock on Saturday, and at 1 minute past 10, they'll be sold out.
It's crazy expensive. I was looking at it thinking, oh, my kids would love to see that. They love the Spice Girls.
How much is it?
It's going to be dead expensive.
Oh, so you weren't looking...
I will look, but...
Well, you weren't looking. You said you were looking.
I said I meant I was looking to...
Right,
do you know what I mean? I was looking to take the girls, but I wasn't...
Yeah, I'd like to take the boys, but actually I think my youngest has gone off the Spice Girls. It's all George Ezra now.
Oh, yeah, my girls like George Ezra.
Loves George Ezra. And my eldest wants... So George Ezra CD for Christmas. The eldest wants... what's the lad? The lad. The bald lad. The comb over.
Oh, Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran. He wants...
bald lad.
Wants Ed Sheeran. I was like, I get it for you, but yeah, Father Christmas is dead.
Wow. I buy him a Now album.
Really?
Yeah, they like him. It's got all the... They're into singles now. The kids don't sit down and listen to an album.
No, but they like it. They like it. Well, the kids, my boys don't really listen to music, but they listen to music, but it's for car journeys. They like listen to it in the car. They don't go to their room to listen to stuff, which is, that's the way it is. It's the way it's got to be. Then so be it. But yeah, I like the old Spice Girls. One of Michael Jackson's mates says the Thriller star. That was the song you did, wasn't it? It was Thriller. Thank you for reminding me. It's forgotten. Says the Thriller star still speaks to him from beyond the grave. By the way, if anyone listened to Howard Hughes last night, very feisty. Let me find the clip. We've got enough time.
I heard a bit of it before I fell asleep.
Uri Geller was not in a good mood. Uri Geller was not in a... we've got a terrible... we've got a great system of being able to... what time did I go to bed? Right, so hang on. Let me just navigate the excellent website, talkradio.co.uk, and find... so we don't want Tuesday, we want the schedule. We click on the schedule. We go to Sunday, the 4th of November, and we go to the Unexplained with Howard Hughes, and I'm going to say it was that hour. So we're going to just... I'm going to say it was there, actually. Hang on, bear with me.
It springs back to the memory.
Right.
But
so Uri Geller was on, right? Uri Geller was on, right? And then there was the phone-in bit where you could ask Uri a question, right? I don't think Uri was in a great mood. I'm just going to jump forward a bit.
Let's do an experiment with all our...
Okay, hang on.
Which is wind that
there we go.
Longer pause to wonder.
Back on as much as you can.
Hang on.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Here we go. This is brilliant.
I'd fallen asleep by now.
This is brilliant. Howard Hughes, Sunday night, 10 till 1. This is brilliant.
See, look at that. I've got an amazing memory. I could be Uri Geller myself. Have you got a question for Uri then, John?
Uri, now, I can't see, and I'm worried. I'm worried I'm actually psychic, and how do I get rid of it?
What?
Right. So it's the best question. I can't see, and I'm worried. I'm worried that I may actually be psychic. How do I get rid of it? It's fair enough question.
Get rid of it.
It's a fair enough question.
Put some Savlon on and don't pick
it. It's a fair enough
See,
question.
Look at that. I've got an amazing memory. I could be
Uri's
Uri Geller
answer.
myself.
Uri.
You got a question for Uri then, John?
Uri, now, I can't see,
this is great.
and I'm worried. I'm worried I'm actually psychic, and how do I get rid of it?
Why are you worried?
I'm scared about telling my family, Howard.
Okay. Well, Uri, I'll tell you what, Uri, what advice would you give, if you would give advice to John in Brighton, who thinks that he's got psychic ability and doesn't want, he basically doesn't want to tell people?
Okay, this is what I would do. And this is a broad answer to everyone because I don't want to waste time on nonsense. This is...
Sorry, now, what if you listen carefully, right? Uri says something off telephone. It's almost like a stupid question. You've got to listen really, really carefully. Hang on a minute. It's just
worried. I'm worried I'm actually psychic, and how do I get rid of it?
There.
Why are you worried?
Yeah.
I'm scared about telling my family, Howard.
Okay.
This is so good.
Well, Uri, I'll tell you what, Uri, what advice would you give, if you would give advice, to John in Brighton, who thinks that he's got psychic ability and doesn't want, he basically doesn't want to tell people?
Okay, this is what I would do. And this is a broad answer to everyone because I don't want to waste time on nonsense. This is important. Listen to me, John. First of all, when you wake up in the morning, put yourself in an attitude of gratitude.
Beautiful.
That brings happiness. That brings an emotional win. You have more good feelings, you're more relaxed, you're more resilient, you're happier, and you're less envious. Socially, put yourself in an attitude of gratitude. You'll be more social. You'll have healthier marriage if you're married. You'll have deeper relationships, more...
This has got absolutely nothing to do with a blind man who doesn't want to come out as a psychic to his family. Absolutely nothing.
Friendship. Career-wise, you'll improve your decision-making. You'll be increasing your productivity. I know this sounds strange that I went onto a different track than psychic powers and so on, but these things are so much more important than psychic powers. Health is important. Longevity is important. I tell people to get more exercise, to increase energy, you'll be less sick. So those are the important elements in life. Those are the powerful points that can bring positivity into your life. You are telling me about your psychic powers. Do you realize, John, that every 3 seconds a baby dies from hunger somewhere around the world? And you...
That escalated quickly, didn't it? That escalated quickly. It goes on, though. There's a bit more coming, Paul. There's a bit more.
Wake up tomorrow. Put yourself in an attitude of gratitude, and you will feel happier.
Well, that's John told. John also said he's not on the line now, but he also said.
Right, so Uri's just basically rollicked this guy, right?
Yeah.
But then listen to his tone change.
That he had a spoon which he says has bent. So there, and I got a photograph.
That's great. Okay,
and I got a picture that Dave has sent me. A picture that Dave has tweeted to me, showing that 41-year-old watch. I think it's older than that. Working, he says, which is good.
Oh, that's great. In that case, that's great. Now, bring the blind psychic guy back on. Go on. Whoa! Paul Ross has got the gift.
I'm not the spoon bender, I'm the spoon breaker.
There we go.
Hey.
I've met Uri Geller, right? He's bonkers, but he's lovely. He's very kind to my...
Minted.
Yeah, no. Very kind to my mum. And I've seen him do the spoon in front of me. It's a great trick.
In my previous radio station, one guy's wife was overdue with the baby, and Uri Geller got us all to wish the baby out. And
didn't bend the fetus, did he?
No, but sure enough, within a couple of weeks, that baby was out.
Here you go. You see, it happens.
At 9.5 months, but that baby come out... Hey, with an audible pop. Demanding a mug of tea and a cheese roll.
Mug of cheese would work for me, mate.
Listen, over the weekend,
go on.
I went full Abigail's
You've been
party.
A naughty boy.
No, well, kind of. Yeah, cheese fondue.
Oh, you dirty devil!
Oh, it was so lovely. It was so lovely.
What were you dipping bread?
Yeah, the tiny bits of lightly toasted bread, and in the end, I ran out of bread and I had a couple of those kind of breadstick fingers. That wasn't as good, but it was delicious.
I've only ever had a cheese fondue once. It was in France years ago. Me and my wife, we went to a restaurant, and it was a fondue restaurant, and it was the most the only time. It was incredible. Yeah, little bits of bread.
I tried the meat. I mean, I don't mind the fondue meat, but the cheese is just where it's at. Cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, delicious.
Dirty boy. What have you got on your show tonight?
On the show tonight, we've got Psychedelic Dinosaurs. Which I'm looking forward to.
Great band.
Oh, what a great time. Dinosaur Junior, remember them? Early grunge incarnates around the time of Pearl Jam and stuff.
Yeah, and then Nirvana kind of eclipsed them, didn't they? Yeah.
Blew it all away. We've got grey seals. We're talking about grey seals off the coast of Norfolk, which will be fascinating. And we're also talking about the artist whose installation out of the Olympic Village has just been unveiled. It's a remarkable piece of work. I mean, the guy's obviously obsessive, but in a very good way. He's created teeny tiny Action Man corpses, over 1,000 of them, wrapped them in individual shrouds, and they're laying them out with tiny wooden crosses as a kind of installation. Wow, and the guy's been doing it unpaid, not previously an artist, for 5 years.
Wow.
From his Somerset shed. So we're talking to that guy. It is one of those jaw-dropping pieces of work when you look at it en masse.
Yeah.
But think what he went through. I mean, a year and a half in, he's got children on the phone. Wife's saying, are you still making them little dead bodies? And dedication and focus. I know. There's a lot you could say into that, isn't there?
Words that mean very little to me. Dedication and focus. Well, that sounds good.
And did you both have a good weekend? Did you have a good weekend, Kath?
Yeah, really busy one. We set fire to some stuff. We made some explosions. Probably not friends with our animal-loving neighbours anymore, but...
Yeah, my dog freaked out a bit. It was unusual.
Really?
He didn't last year. I don't know what it was. He just kind of started to... He paced around, because he's so big. Even if I'm in bed, because he's 11 stone, I hear him. It's like having a kind of gigantic teenager being all surly and all that won't let me watch X Factor, whatever rubbish kids watch these days. Yeah, just stomping about, can't settle.
My cat is completely deaf, so she don't notice anything. She just sleeps through it.
I didn't think our fireworks were very loud this year. We sent up a few rockets and there was no satisfying bang. It was just...
Do you know, you have an age, you two, to remember jumping jacks?
No, I've not heard of them. But
but I mean, I think they just stopped making them, but they were fantastic.
Oh, were they the ones that people would tie to the tails of dogs?
No, well, no. I mean, what we used to do was, and you can't buy them anymore, so I'm not encouraging or condoning this behaviour, but it's fantastic fun. They had about 8 mini bangers in them.
I'm not encouraging it, but it was fantastic fun.
What you do is you could light them, and they would pop. You throw them into a crowd, and they pop all over the place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember those.
But if you were getting off a bus and lit one and tossed it over your shoulder, blimey, Charlie, was that fantastic!
Wow.
People freaked out, but you couldn't do it these days because of that. The terrorists have spoiled all kinds of fun for kids.
Have ruined everything,
for children.
they?
I mean, the teenagers these days don't know what fun is.
There was speaking of terrorists, they've shown clips on TV. I think I've shown you. There's an American TV show where they would get greatest warriors from throughout history and pit them together and see who would win. So you'd have like Genghis Khan's army versus
Napoleon or somebody.
Or somebody. And they did one, and what they do is they put all the stats into a computer, and then they kind of recreate it with actors and stuff.
That's a great show.
It's a great show. Oh. This is on YouTube. There was it was like, I can't remember. It was Afghanistani soldiers versus the IRA.
So the Mujahideen versus the
IRA. Yeah, I know.
Who came out on top. My money's on the paddies.
Yeah, they won. Because they played dirty. But it's incredible.
I'm not condoning that last remark either.
No,
that was great fun.
Yeah. It's an incredible thing. It's on YouTube, and they do.
How did they choose the terrain though? Because the Afghanis in the foothills of the mountains.
It was a car park.
Like any good tear up, it was a car park when the pubs had shut.
I recommend looking at it on YouTube because they do it
only skin, no tools. Don't come tooled up. Only skin.
Don't come tooled up. Paul Ross is on at 1 o'clock. Thank you, dear listener. I would give today 6.5 out of 10. That's
I'd say 8.7.
Oh, come on,
8.
man,
7.
you're crazy, crazy.
Uri Geller stuff saved it.
Thank you. Yeah, the stuff from another show saved this show.
It's the way you bookend it, though, you guys.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you very much, Sam. Don't forget, podcasts are plenty. We got podcasts popping out of our ears. We will be back tonight at 10. Stay tuned to Paul Ross on Talk Radio.